Hello, everybody. It is Knightcast, and I know what all you're
Special
thinking.
edition on Friday.
Yeah, but it's like, wait a minute, Anime Night and Joker. Knightcast is Wednesdays. Well, yes, but unfortunately, a lot of IRL stuff kind of tied our hands up metaphorically to where we're both neither of us can physically make the show, so we had to improvise on a few things. So this is more of catching up with everything with the current and what we kind of miss, but also lots to go over. A
Lots to go over
ton.
with, a ton. Because if we did this a couple weeks ago, it was San Diego Comic Con. For those who did tan, the big one of SDDC. What's up, Bullet Silence? So thank you for
Yeah,
stopping
we'll
by
get.
as usual, brother. I
Yes.
wish you would give us some information about that as well. Or even stuff that are IMAX that the Odyssey's doing very well, 1 billion at the box office. We will talk
Hey,
about the
Rexus.
very highly successful Spider-Man breaking $4 billion in just 4 days. I am one of those people. I can safely say, as usual, which if I have time, I'll give you. This is just a quick one for Spider-Man. Loved it, just like with Superman. I felt it was very more comic booky. My only one complaint is just Ned and MJ. We got to move on from them, but it was nice to probably what may or may not be their last films, contract depending wise for Zendaya and Ned's actor. Although Ned, for his actor, buddy, we know he's watched anime. He's admitted that to pass. When Tom, Ned's actor, and I know I wish I could figure out his name correctly, and Zendaya, they did the Ask Me Anything from Variety, and even Tom said, "You watch more anime than I do," but Tom does like the Ghibli stuff, which is respectable, respect there. But Ned, could you please name more than Soul Leveling and a couple of others? Because brothers, those are good animes to watch. That's a good manhwa. But if you watch something else, I'm just saying. But hey, if you want to do the as we say the ones that open up the door for you, completely fine, completely fine. No shame in that. And yes, like more people, I can't find my other one, but I have seen the Odyssey twice. Am I still mixed about it? Absolutely. Did I have fun with it? Oh yeah. I thought it was an epic still, but I'll get more to that later when we do have time. But to go over that, because again, this is going to be a lot of catching up to do as possible. The best we can do, but I think we got to get the two things that we got to give our respects to those who have fallen. This one gut wrenched me. I love the Godzilla franchise. Absolutely. I'm making my way through a lot of the Japanese films when I do get the time to get to them. I love the legendary films, what they've been doing with the IP. But this one, this I thought this was a joke at first when I sent this to you. I'm like, no, this has got to be a joke. But then you go through all the different news, you go through everything. It is the young actress, Kayla, who was in a horrible
Oh.
car crash, took the life of her far too soon. I don't even know like if there were like any other fatalities, but this is the big one that I thought like, no, this is a joke. Fuck off. Kept saying fuck off, people. No, but it's true. And I'm like, when this was poured, like it was still being investigated. So, wow, gone so soon. But she was so talented, and thankfully for the Godzilla franchise by Legendary and Kong, I'm glad her legacy is at least preserved, and she was, you know, want to get more people who learn sign language into acting. What's up, Lady V? And
Hey, Lady B.
and she spoke so much just by using her sign language that I felt like this girl's gonna go a lot of places, and hopefully she makes a big impact. And she did. She very much did. So it looks like for her and Sam Neill, Supernova will be their final production. Hopefully she's in Supernova because I'd love to see her one last time on the big screen. Absolutely. Go ahead, anime.
This hits way too hard. Of course, Levy, thank you for coming on by and everything. I know everybody's busy, but we appreciate you all being here. We appreciate it. Hey, Sarah, George. Okay, now to the tragic news. Yes, this is very sad, and unfortunately, 2026 is just what is up with this Joker? I mean, good grief, I've ran out of paper here. Of every time we turn around, something happens. Like the minute we go and do something else, boom, this happens. And Kaylee, I sat down for the Godzilla Kong films. I sat down for each of them. I enjoyed them, and she was great. And I'm like, wait, why don't we have more of this?
I agree with you, but from the reports, it looks like some people were injured, but the passenger said, "Nope, go help her out first." So, thank you. But in the end, it was her father who announced the death on Facebook. This is such a tragedy. Like they said it was. Yeah, it's a little
I
bit of a curse. So I remember. I think Paul even shocked me at that time because my friends in high school saying that like, well, was the driver driving was drunk and just wanted to do a speed demon or something? Paul got in the car and everything, but in the end, killed both him and was it the producer? One of the people making the film was driving with Paul, so Paul was the passenger, not the driver. But they even said that the spot that they were driving on was very famous for its turn and the speed that adrenaline junkies like. But how fast they were going, it was like so. It is a tragedy. I know. God bless the doctors and nurses trying to save her, but in the end, taken away too soon.
mhm.
But thank you, Kayla, for your wonderful performances because I kept saying this little girl is going to go places, and I wish she was still around. But there's another one that this one kind of caught me off surprise, but this happened in March from the Ocean dub, Michael Donovan
Oh,
from the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball and playing Ryoga and Ramen One Half. Sadly passed away in March at the age of 27. I know this is a lot being reported now, but obviously it's due to
wait, did you say
privacy. They don't
did
want
you say did you say
March.
27?
No, he was. But this happened back in March of the year 26. I know it says August 7th right now of 26, but he was
Okay.
72. Must have been slurred words. Sorry about that, but
No, you're
obviously,
good.
as I'm trying to say, out of respect for privacy, yes, but damn, that one hits me. This was one of the ocean Roshis. I was like, wow. But also find out he's in Ramen One Half. I'm like, I remember hearing someone similar like, does that sound like Master Roshi? Just a little bit? Just sound like a teenager? So that one's devastating too as well. I'm like, damn. But at least he is going to be remembered for all of his wonderful performances as well.
Yeah, this one hit because it's like, dang, Master Roshi and Ryoga and Ocean dub, those legends. People are so focused on the Funimational dub, but we gotta give the Ocean dub actors their flowers and everything.
A lot of them are really good, and I think I still prefer like Ocean version of Android 18 and 17. They're my favorite of the voices actually. I love Colleen, but you're not the ones that I grew up with. So out of respect for Colleen, I think she makes a good Android, but I'm like, you're not my Android. So, but for these two and so many others, that please keep them in your thoughts. And damn, I know it's been a very tough year. So our thoughts are with them and their families. And I just say, wow, that's a very tough life. But again, still got. I know the DCU is a little. We got one misfire with Supergirl. I wish that would still do better, but that's aside from the point. We still have Clayface to look forward to, and I'm still very excited for Clayface because
this
it
looks
is a horror
good.
film. Horror's been doing great this year. Outside of Ice Cream Man, that was just garbage. I've been told it was absolute garbage.
Oh, ooh. So it's a bait. Was it a bait and switch or just not?
Soulless filmmaking and Eli Roth use AI.
Ah,
Nope, sorry.
okay.
Roth just lost a lot of my respect for using AI. Sorry. But Clayface, this looks to be the better movie to come out for horror, and I'm excited. So yes.
Keep going. I'll be right back. Keep going.
So I'm excited for Clayface. We know we got the little bump in the road for Supergirl, but hey, you got to take the good with the bad. And I think Clayface will do well for horror fans. It'll definitely get some DC fans in there and be like, hey, if good word of mouth spreads, I think we can get some more villain films going. I know my buddy, he's one of my friends I take to the movie theaters with me all the time. He's not a fan of horror, but I'm like, you want to give Clayface a try? And he's like, if it's not the whole body type horror, as in like, stuff like Friday the 13th, Art the Clown, let's do Texas Chainsaw Massacre and a few others out there. He won't do those at all. Like, he'll avoid them like the plague. But it's like, it's Clayface. It's Clay. I'm like, yeah, you're right, it's Clay. So you can do Clay. I'm like, I'll do Clay. I'm like, okay, I'll take you to this. And if you like it, great. But if not, I'm going to say, I am so sorry for taking you to this movie with me. Because my other two friends, they do like horror, but he does not. But that's okay. That's everyone's cup of tea. But I like what we see still. It is a more smaller size budget, and I think that's one thing I can give DC better than Marvel, actually. They actually are trying to be like, we're going to be doing some experimentation in phase one. Instead of every film looking the same, shot the same, feeling the same, we're going to try different genres out there and different film styles. And with Clayface being horror, I say, perfect. Marvel's not doing horror. Why don't you guys do horror? Let's go for it. Not gonna lie, I hope there will be a 2026 version of Ringu. Oh yeah, I think that is there another one coming out? The Ring. So I don't know yet, but I had to look that up. But I do like what I see, and hopefully this will get people bouncing back up to the universe as we all prep for Man of Tomorrow for Superman next year. Our little mini Justice League movie that I am very much well and happy to see, actually.
But I agree with you, Joker. I'm so glad that Clayface is getting his flowers and just the respect, because he was great in Arkham City. That whole reveal at the end of that game, that was perfect.
Phenomenal. I was kept saying that, yes, this is what I want.
And yeah, Joker being there and everything, but it didn't diminish it though. It actually
It was
added.
clever that, did you see the twist happen? No, because it's like, you do think Joker's legitimately dead, and it's like, oh, I thought that was just his regular goon going, surprise, you fell for the old Joker gang. But when you think about all the message he's leaving you, after everything was said and done, Rockstar cleverly planted the seed that, no, he was always there. The real Joker was talking to you completely. And the only time you ever see the Joker's true face was that, nice of you to say, of you of all people should know, there's plenty wrong with me. It was a clever trick. It was clever. They were saying that, yeah, this is what he looks like. But then you get to the end of the game, unless you have died in the Joker section of the steel mill, you kind of do see his face, what it looks like. I thought, like, oh, it's progressing. No, it was worse. It did progress. It just got worse over time. It's like, oh, he really is dying. It was a brilliant setup, and that ending, man, holy crap, what a fucking ending. That makes you just wonder, what did we just do?
Yep.
Like, wow, brilliant. And That was great. So it's great to see Clayface get the big boom, and hopefully, if this is successful, Deathstroke. I wouldn't mind a Deathstroke movie. The Terminator. That would be great. And
Yeah,
this is all
we
before we
need
get
a
a Batman.
we need a standalone uh Deathstroke movie, like just a standalone, complete, just him being what Deadpool wishes he
What at
could
least
be.
gets him up to the iconic he loses an eye. I think that would be a great run of the movie. You set up the origins, you do what it's the eye. The CW version, but I still like they kept a lot in it for Deathstroke, even though he's on the island with Green Arrow. That's only because A, they couldn't get the rights to Batman at the time, and Green Arrow is trained by Deathstroke. That actually does make sense, and it works out in its own way. I like that actually.
Mm-hmm.
But do I want every villain get his movie? No. They have to work within their stuff. Otherwise, do something a limited run, like a limited run Gotham, like a limited run Arkham stuff, where they all get interviewed by either pre Harley Quinn. What else were the names? Like all the different doctors and nurses doing their psyche val, and you get their little backstory. I think that would be cool to see, but that's just wishful fan thinking. But speaking about wishful fan thinking, well, here it is. We got the plot synopsis for now. Where these two people, for Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo, who is Ken, in the upcoming Street Fighter movie, will be the live-action Netflix Gundam film. They basically will be star-crossed mech pilots in this massive adaptation directed by Jim Mickey. So basically, they're lovers. They're probably in opposite forces. And for God's sake, if there's one person's going, Gundam, if you know your Gundams, yes, there have been times when Gundam does romance. Even in one of their best series, which I'm told does cross Star Lovers Gundam. So yes, it happened. But that's not the only thing we got. Because finally, I've been waiting for a long time for this. Because I kept saying, give me what I want. Yes, you're not lying. Here are the suits, but here's the thing, though. People are pointing out, yes, those are. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Those are the Freddy uniforms, right? Especially the original versions of the uniforms. So looks like we
Oh,
are going to
wow.
the original Gundam and the Freddy stuff. Does it look still to, let's say, streaming budget, the Netflix versions? A little bit, but I was watching the original Gundam 79. I'm like, yeah, that's what Artemon and the crew would wear, actually. So they are accurate to a point. So do I wish they were more detailed? Just a little bit, but it does look good when you see some of the more clear shots. And obviously, Bale 519, and obviously this is definitely the fighters, the rebels, so what they're wearing. So I'm like, I just need to see the villains now. And again, give me a proper white devil for the Gundam, then we're good to go. So who knows?
Exactly.
Yep, go ahead. Go ahead.
I agree with Joker. It is this like the streaming budget? Well, yes and no. It's a mixture of both because yes, they are the original. They are the original ones, and
A little bit.
and are closely accurate. So
You even see the logo in the background, so you see the logo.
yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah. There's the logo. But yes, but this is effort because you guys, those of you who have watched Knightcast with us since the very beginning, me, Joker, and a few others, we take effort very
yep.
seriously.
And here's your
And
anime
yeah,
counterparts.
and
That should
this
help
is
you guys out.
and this is like really, really close.
Like it's close enough. Like it's close. There's effort. They didn't cheap out. Like it's close enough.
Just show us that you care. Just show us that you care enough. It doesn't have to be fully perfect, but just enough to show, hey, this is who they are, and that's
But
it.
like I said, like Noah Centineo was in Street Fighter. Yeah, that's wacky and goofy with all the different outfits, but at the same time, it's like Ken looks. That's the accurate outfit for Ken. Ryu looks nice. 50 Cent as Bison, he still looks weird for me, but I'm like, okay, I'll let it slide. I don't not Bison. M Bison looks good for the guy. I think it might be the wrong actor, but I'm like, okay, but if he is good as plays the character M Bison correctly, I'll be fine with it. 50 Cent, I know he's more the boxer, but I'm like, okay, but he's a little old, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt. Dan Hibik, but when I saw Dan Hibiki, I'm like, holy shit, I know that character. And then I saw Cammy, Cody as Guile. I'm like, they're all doing the outfits correctly. So props to the costume department team getting this right. And as I'm told correctly, if my memory serves me correctly, I've stated this in the past that Sunrise is actually fully attached to this. So it isn't just Legendary just going like, here you go, Sunrise. Do you like this? We're going to keep filming. Sunrise does have a hand in this. So I'm like, if they have their people, like I said, in the best spot to be the executive producer side of thing, excellent. Great. Now give me a trailer for the movie and then I'll be happy. But that's not the only thing we got within the weeks, folks. We have ourselves a new Gundam project by yes, that's right. We got ourselves a brand that's right. In the year 2027, next year, we shall see a brand spanking new Gundam project in the works by Sola Digital, the people that are responsible for, you know, Ghost 2045, the Ultraman anime CGI series that's continuation of the original show, you know, the Lord of the Rings film anime, and so much more. With music done by the God Eater and Code Vein composer. And just by looking at this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is giving me classic Gundam vibes, and there they are. So I'm getting very excited. I can't wait to see all the pilots, all the new stuff. And by the way, one of the new Gundams.
Mm.
Damn.
Oh, that looks clean.
There it is.
That
There
looks
it is.
clean.
I'm sorry, with the coat? Hell fucking yes. Did you? So, Zerax Zero, that's our new Gundam show. Gundam Zerax Zero by Sola Animations. But like Hunter said, like giving the Gundam a cloak. Hell yeah! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that board! Look at that! Oh my god!
It reminds me. It reminds me of Night. It reminds me of Night Gundam because he too has a cloak.
So I'm excited to see this. You know, I've only seen just like a selection of Gundam stuff, but hey, any way to make me a fan even more, congratulations. I should also mention, yes, the second Gundam movie is coming very soon. The Hathaway films to Netflix, so almost here for being available on streaming. So keep on a lookout with a few weeks because it'll be available on Netflix. So congratulations, we're almost done with the Hathaway project. So there's some good news for Gundam, and please don't be one of those people to be like, come on, you're allowed to have some fun. You can criticize things here and there you want to. I can criticize Netflix, what they might do to Gundam with Legendary. But if it's end up being a good movie, I'll watch it. I'll completely watch it. So exactly. So moving on, but it's wow. Your 11-year-old game, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, that came out in the year 2015. God, I feel old because I'm 29 right now. God, I'm old. Is getting a final, probably their last expansion, called Song of the Past. More to be revealed this month, and I'm like, wow. And it's opening night on Gamescom, opening night live. So I have to say, as a Witcher fan, wow, we did get that next gen upgrade. I think it was around the time season 2 came out for Netflix, so it made sense to upgrade The Witcher for PS5 and the Xbox One series I mean, the Xbox Series X and S family over there. So that's great. And we got some extended content in that for that game, but to get a full-blown expansion in this year running on that game engine again, I'm like, okay, so that's interesting. Keep it alive a bit longer, but I'm surprised 11-year-old game like even this got one more expansion. So kudos to CD Projekt Red, I guess. So keeping The Witcher alive, because we know it's not Netflix anymore. So
Yeah, that's what happens when you put the right people there.
oh, absolutely.
And
I want some.
I'm glad that The Witcher's getting like more content, because it's a good thing. It's like, yes, we love to see more content.
I'd see more content. Hopefully, this is the last one because I can't see them do a fourth one after this, because it's like, nah. At that time, you just gotta move on and give me like new content elsewhere, especially with the remake of the first game coming out sometime in the future. So just always be aware of that. So out there as well, because the more they keep trying to patch that darn engine, the more I think it just becomes more of a, are we just doing this for the sake of it or just something else? In at least in my own humble opinion out there. But moving on, this is surprising to me because this is coming out around the San Diego Comic-Con time period. It looks like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre will be reimagined with hand-drawn animated version brought to life with old-school rotoscoping. Every frame will be illustrated by hand with artists tracing the live-action footage. From art director Paul Beck, a Scanner Darkly. So, how do I feel about this? Well, at least it's not a remake. But I also think that's kind of badass, actually. A horror version of the original Texas Chainsaw in old school fashion rotoscope being animated. That's creative, actually. Did I want it? No. But now I need it. Your thoughts?
The Texas Chainsaw Man Day. Oh, so we're really going back. Oh boy.
The original. Like it's getting
Hand
fully
drawn.
rotoscoped.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna look good.
You know what? I'm on board with this, because you know what we need, because we did the live action and everything. We did the live action. Give us animated, and believe me, you could do. And Joker, you'll agree that you could do a lot more with animated. You could do a lot more. So I would love. I know this is gonna irk a few people, but hear me out. Imagine Leatherface throwing his chainsaw, literally throwing it, like tossing it like a frisbee, and watching it spin and everything, and slice the runner in half. Now that would be something. But take as you will. But I'm actually excited for this, and it's hand drawn and old school rotoscoping. Oh, thank God we're bringing that back. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, not everything is lost. Not everything is lost. It's still possible to do this. I
You are
mean,
going to have to find people out there that remembers the techniques, or again, train people. Is everything lost for hand drawn? Not necessarily. I think if you look at some of the more smaller studios or international companies, some of those people are still keeping alive. Like, again, the big dogs. Studio Ghibli is still keeping hand-drawn animation alive. Tim Burton and Leica Animation, they're keeping, and the people who've done like the studio behind Wallace and Gromit and the people who've done the Fantastic Mr. Fox, they're keeping clay animation alive, along with some of the more indie guys.
Oh, and also, guys, Coyote versus Acme. Remember, they're keeping that alive. They're keeping the Roger Rabbit thing going. They brought that back. So it is possible. And
And I'm
like Joker
glad you
said,
brought that up because our next segment,
yes,
coming within 21 days, Coyote versus Acme is finally here. Folks, please support this. Again, we need to give the big thanks, the big shout out to our folks, our new overlords, Catch Up Entertainment. A round of applause for them, folks. They took the risk. Was it a year and a half? Oh God, was it a year and a half ago?
yeah.
Yes, it was a year and a half ago for Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up, which was almost run off as a tax write-off. They said, we'll take the rights, we'll buy it off you for X amount of money. Does decently well at the movie theater. But that was enough for Warner Brothers to say, all right, you can have Coyote versus Acme. And they could have just moved there, but they said, nope, we're going to market this film correctly. I've seen a lot of marketing now for this movie. Funny skits from the movie that's being released. You know, the
Kelly.
fake lawyer ads. I think those are hilarious, and I think that actor is very funny. I'm like, okay. This would be a fake ad in Looney Tunes world. This is perfect. So thank you, Catch Up Entertainment, and everybody saving this movie.
You know what would be a great cameo? I know it's wishful thinking here. Imagine if they got a cameo of Michael Jordan wearing the Toon Squad jersey, waving at Coyote.
Or get some of the actors back from Looney Tunes back in action, like the original CEO of Acme. And now be careful when you go out. I should also mention I guess he forgot to bring that guy back. Is he still around?
I hope he's still around. We would love to have him back.
It was over the zippers hard to get. But he's replaced by Foghorn Leghorn. That's great. Oh, I hope there's a picture of Foghorn taking his picture of becoming this new chairman of Acme. That would be perfect. That would be a perfect cameo.
Yeah, but I am so excited for this film. I'm genuinely excited because it's been what 2 years in the making.
Too long, too many years in the making. It looks good. It really does look good.
You know what? I'll risk the copyright. Go ahead, Joker. I'll risk it.
All right, we'll risk it for catch-up for you guys.
Because we're promoting.
You're looking at the guy who's taking on the biggest corporation in the world.
They're suing us for every Acme product.
That is for you. All I gotta do is walk out the store right now.
Please don't.
Yes.
Please don't.
It's supposed to be funny.
It's exciting. All eyes on you. Ready. Show what you got.
Looting enough to win. I love the time of music.
Been making dangerous products.
Wait, go back.
Anyone in the whole world.
Poor Porky.
See if you can get it. Oh, they're bringing old characters back. Yes, I like.
Old I see. Some I don't recognize quite yet, unless I, wake up early enough and go find where Looney Tunes will be playing. But old characters, a lot of old. But poor Porky, he doesn't deserve this. Poor Porky. He survived Sylvester. Now he's got to survive the Coyote. If you get that reference, you're an OG of Chuck.
Is there anyone in the whole world who cares what happened to the Coyote at all?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
He's one of the most hardworking people I've ever met.
He would never
Think of quitting. And I think everyone should be inspired by that.
It's okay. Ooh.
I don't just want him scared. I want him ruined.
Put the bird down. Put the bird.
We're all counting on you. Bye.
Yes. That's all.
I'm here for the pantsless modeling gig.
Utah. I don't pay you to.
I'm sorry, John Cena talking down Tweety Bird. What world did I step into that John Cena is talking to a fake bird? Because this is the best world I'd step into right now.
Tink Utah, I pay you to talk.
I did talk.
What did you teach? What did you talk?
Only.
People rag on John Cena sometimes, but the dude.
When it counts, it counts.
The dude can act where it counts. He was great in the cameo of Barbie, and he's great here. Because remember, guys, Eddie Valiant was talking to literally air, I guess, if you will, or green screen and everything, or however they did it back in the day. Same thing with Looney Tunes Back in Action and Space Jam. It's phenomenal.
Don't forget the wonderful Gene Hackman. Was it Gene Hackman?
Oh,
yeah. Gene Hackman was dancing with Jerry from Tom and Jerry. Gene Hackman himself, which got him an Oscar nomination. That dance is legendary.
I could watch that and I would not get bored because imagine when that first aired at that time.
You wonder how in the world did they do this? Well, you have all the talented artists and animators. You kind of film it live action first, but there are definitely different storyboards. They probably went through tons of storyboarding, planning. They probably said, Gene, how are we going to do the dance choreograph? Because we got to make sure it's not only legible and readable, but you got to make sure that this dancing mouth you're going to be with looks good. And lo and behold, Gene not only acted his butt off, but that dance is just legendary. Not to mention the physicality of Jerry too. Just like they're matching stuff. Even the stupid gimmick of the bicep jump. I'm like, oh yeah, wow, that was impressive. Not to mention they added shadows to Jerry in live action. You remember shadows? Everything on that segment was just pure old school Hollywood magic.
Wait a minute. That yellow cat we saw, the yellow female cat, I believe that was Miss Cat or Sylvia. She was a housewifely cat in A Mouse Divided. And she's the wife of Sylvester.
Man, I am way behind on my Looney Tunes knowledge. Sylvester has a wife? The wife is going after Tweety. You be a pretty cat. Go back to your wife. But anyways, August 28th, please go see it. Please. The one that I know that you will not risk the copyright to because Sony's evil. We got a new look at the Resident Evil film by Zach Krieger. His take on the iconic horror film franchise that's been getting the big revival ever since Resident Evil 7. And I'm actually excited for this one. So this one is the package gone wrong delivery type. No, he's making a delivery, and it's like, I got a package for delivery. Where am I going to? Well, he's going somewhere, and what I like about that, we do have the classic setup of just go to point A, go to point B, but then the zombies happen.
Ooh.
So, yep, the iconic crash as always. We got to do a crash for the zombie. He drifts out in snow, and already I like the visual setting point of everything's normal, but then you get that nice golden, that nice red in the background. I'm like, yes, so he's panicking. But what's great about this is that it's classic Resident Evil zombie setup. And yes, I will get to this soon. You know, classic survival horror. What's going on? Where is everybody? But then everything starts to go wrong. And also the fact that in the trailer, you see him like looking for weapons. You know, like where's the ammo? How do I load this thing? So something happened here. And it's brilliant setup suspense. But most importantly, the thing that everybody talks about is the sequence right here. Did you know that the actor almost died on the set? And they captured it in camera. It looks amazing, but holy crap, did he almost die? I know your face is like, wait, he almost died? Uh-huh.
Oh,
I love that. Is that what's in the box? Is that what's coming out? I don't know, but it looks amazing.
Oh, there's a shotgun.
There it is. This is it right here.
There's
you can see it. Like, time it correctly. Did you see it? Right there. Yeah. Right there. That's the shot. Fall. But then right there. That is the shot, folks. I'm going to hold it right there. That is the take where he almost died. Now, why did he almost die?
Wow.
Well, these are full-blown bodies, fake bodies, filled with blood, suspended. I'm going to use my two plushies here. I know plushies are great for everything. Suspended in the air. The plushies example. I'm sorry, Mr. Commander. I'm sorry, Mark. Just suspended in the air on cranes, filled with fake blood, mind you. And these things are heavy. So they
better visualization.
So they practice to get the timing down, to make sure he's running correctly, and then everybody's releasing the bodies correctly. But one of these, we use the commander over here, goes completely wrong, like you see in the trailer. So he's running, and Zach Krieger said, had he been off to the right-hand side or left-hand side where the body's coming from, had he just been off by an inch, I mind you, the actor would have died. Because there was a malfunction. Everybody goes, and they caught it on camera. I mean, go back. Show the video. Like, I'm going to go back to the video right now. Because look at this. Look how close this gets to him. Boom. Ooh! Look how close.
Oh, that was close. Ooh.
So, they kept it in the movie. It looks great. I'm like, holy crap. That looks fucking amazing. But, holy crap, he almost died. So, thankfully, he's alive. He's okay. I know some people are getting Krieger a little bit like, Krieger, you said it wrong, which I know his response was that he was more excited of the shot, but I'm sure he did apologize to the actor saying, dude, I'm sorry this happened. And I'm pretty sure there was an investigation to be like, guys, how did this malfunction? How did this happen? So for his sake, you guys better see this in October. Or should I say, is it September? And on September 18th, so next month. So please go see it. But that also shows the dangers of going more practical. Yeah, CG could have been the safer way to shoot the scene. But then he's kind of just reacted to what's supposed to fall. In live action, I think that this is the best direction to go for. But holy crap. Talk about mirror inches. He's not the only one who had a mirror inch. Breaking Bad, did you know Jesse Pinkman? Yes, Aaron Paul has stated for Breaking Bad in season 1. He almost died on set. How was this? Well, they're shooting on live location in the desert, but he actually walks up to the director saying that, look, I want to change my spot. I don't like the spot where I'm acting at. And they gave him permission. They're like, you can change the spots. But when they did that, a boulder came down crashing in his previous spot. So talk about, good thing Aaron said this, because then he would have been dead as well.
The closeness of everything going, because remember, I wish Big Angry Phil was here because he works in this industry. He does
in bullets. Or at least what it tells us.
And because this stuff does happen. It does. All the bloopers that we see, well, the bloopers are funny, but what we don't see, it's like a blink and you miss. Because remember, go back to Punisher in 2004 when Kevin Nash, he legitimately got stabbed with a real knife. Legitimately. That was a real knife. In that area. In that specific area. And he played that scene while that mess was going on. And then went to the hospital afterwards. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, a lot can go wrong. It just takes it
very
just takes,
quickly.
And remember, it's by inches. That's how scary this is, by inches.
Like we said, Aaron, I'm glad Aaron said, like, let me change my spots. Like, yeah, okay. Like, oh, how do we... Stuff like that happens.
I would have loved to been on that set that day to see the faces after that. I bet they were like...
Someone was looking out for Mr. Paul that day, and here it is. So they looked out for you. So I'm excited for these movies. There's a lot more coming on. I think I can do a quick one right here before we get more. Yes, the Elden Ring movie has finally wrapped. It's coming out in, 2 years from now on March 3rd. So, again, I don't know where exactly they're going to go with this movie. We have seen some of the sets leaked out a bit in some early onset photos. We have seen some of the cast and the costumes. They look accurate enough. Does Elden Ring need a movie? Not necessarily. But if this was the project in game, they got Alexander Garland out of retirement, semi-retirement. I'm fine with it. I just hope it's a good movie. Where do I think this is going to be in? I think they're going to be in New Lando. I got to remember the names of these fucking locations because it's been years for me. But I'm hoping this kind of tells us how, like, the Golden Circle was formed and what Queen Meredith was up to. That's my wishful thinking. And hopefully, like, Miyazaki gave it the approval, because if he's not happy, then it's like, oh god, this movie's gonna suck. But apparently he's beat the game multiple times, along with that boss that I screamed and shout at after 100 deaths. So so coming soon, this stuff. But what I am excited for, though, is Wu-Chang Feathers has survived. Yes, with its original director coming back. Previously reported that sales were at 1 million figure sales correctly, but apparently it did not do well enough to save the company. So, but the publisher still owned the rights to it. So a lot of the teams were laid off, and that was the end of it, we thought. But good thing Wu-Chang Feathers has survived with the original director coming back, giving us a proper sequel. So wonderful. There's a happy ending to this, and it's the original director. So hopefully he can find his team again, or get some new talent to revive the game, to make it a proper sequel. So wonderful. Congratulations. It's nice to see this IP isn't a one and done game. That sadly a lot of them are today. So wonderful. Okay, I think we delayed it long enough. So you all knew it was coming. Yes, obviously Ryan Gosling is the new Ghost Rider for the MCU. Your thoughts, Anime Night, with California being here?
People were pissed about this in the comments section when this was announced, and I saw the comments too, and I'm like, guys, give the man a fucking chance. We look, I love Nicolas Cage as Johnny and Sam as Carter Slade as the next
Dude,
guy.
Sam Elliott in that one scene fucking owned the damn movie.
Yes.
That was a great scene, actually.
We could praise both of those all day, every day.
And I wish they did an early movie with Sam, because he's too old now these days, god damn it. But Sam Elliott fucking had it.
He may be old and everything, but a cameo works. He doesn't have to do anything.
He was in 1886. Wonderful performance that won him the gold. Was it Golden or Primetime Emmy?
I think
it was Emmy.
Was it the Golden?
Primetime Emmy.
It was the Primetime.
I think it was
okay.
the Emmys.
So with Ryan,
it makes sense. It makes fucking sense.
And he's younger. He's younger to do this. So the fact of the matter is, people are like, "Oh,
it's
Ryan's
something
over."
that the fans like. It's something that Ryan approached Kevin to, and it's like Ryan Gosling's been on a hot streak lately, so he's good for box office projections. So good job, Feige. Good job.
But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
But here's the thing, though. He's drawing attention. Like, hey, come see this movie. Please come see the movie. Remember, he made that post about movie theaters in a positive light, and he was not wrong. He was not wrong, and that's why his film did so good in the box office.
Yes, he's right. You need to make good movies and get people in the theaters.
So
Otherwise,
go ahead.
Otherwise, you'll be what Ali said. And roll the fucking clip. Roll the fucking clip. Roll it.
You bad. Now you've made me very.
Get it.
7 years of waiting. Multiple different fucking directors and writers. This is Blade. Am I looking for philosophical meaning in hunting vampires? No. Go ahead.
You need a little bit of incentive. Okay, I help you with that. What's the matter? You miss that?
It's not that hard.
Symbolism? We did this three fucking times with Wesley. 3 fucking times. With the third film having Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool and Wolverine. Find the clip. You find the clip. You find that Deadpool and Wolverine clip. You find it right now. With Wesley coming back, everybody was like, holy fucking shit. It was Electrica. We got Gambit, X-23. And when we saw Wesley, it was like, and what did that? Did you find the clip? Did you find the clip that like I want from Deadpool and Wolverine? Did you find the clip?
Here, let me.
The one blade clip. But look at that! Look at that! Look at that! It's coming out. It's coming out. He's coming out. Look at that old man Blade. Mute the music. You're gonna get copyright. It's not part of the soundtrack. Look at that. Look at that. Was it that hard to do? No. No. It was not. And what was the joke after this? What was the joke after this?
And I'll find it for you. Hang on.
Because this rings so true to this day.
Okay, I think I found it. Might be a bit low quality, but forgive here. Forgive.
Which Punisher? There's been like 5 of them.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
He's not wrong. You had
Kevin.
7 years. 7 fucking years. All for a shitty cameo in the Eternals that we don't even see Blade because Kit Harington is the Black Knight. yeah? Who the fuck is the Black Knight? I guess I gotta go talk to Vaughn and Phoenix Press. Like, who the fuck is the Black Knight in Marvel comic books? But 7 fucking years for nothing.
Because
it's like Phoenix said, that Blade game is not a priority anymore. It's not. Sure, it's getting reevaluated, but it's not a priority.
And here's the thing: when this was first announced, and when we heard Marshall Ali, it's like, okay, we got somebody new that can act and is on board with it. But no, Marvel, for whatever fucking reason, and Kevin, for whatever fucking reason, they played hot potato with the directors and that horrific script, the horrific script of Blade's daughter. Now, here's the thing.
Allegedly, Blade's daughter was in it. For at least one of them.
Well, it was one of them.
You have the guy, one of them was also the Blade Runner 2049 screenwriter and Arrival. I'm like, give me a Blade movie with that guy. That guy's fucking badass.
How hard is it?
What's even worse, that same guy I just mentioned is writing Blue Eye Samurai, and he's a great fucking writer. Yet you can't keep him for a Blade script. I would love to see a Blade script by that guy.
It's so infuriating that Blade is not that difficult. He's a day walker. He kills vampires for a living. A living, mind you.
All you needed to do was make an R-rated action Blade movie. Just let him have fucking vampires. Just say, Blade, we have an infestation of vampires in
we need you.
In Baduk, Romania, Spain, Venice. Vampires in Venice.
Oh, that would be a good. That would be a good.
It will look beautiful, but then I would say, no, a little too claustrophobic. Or you could start off in Venice of him hunting, so we can get these beautiful night shots of water and be like, huh. And just say that I have another contract for you. It's over here instead. Just fuck you, Marvel, fuck you. 7 years wasting the 2-time Oscar winner, and he has every right to be upset. But
and look at his quote. He is not wrong. He's not wrong.
You have me under contract. They have billions of dollars. If they wanted to do the movie, we would have done the movie. I feel ready to move on from the Blade questions. Those questions are for them. But thankfully, folks, we have a new film with Ali called Your Mother's Your Mother, Your Mother. And this one feels like a proper Blade movie. Ironically, because it's by one of the directors who were originally attached to direct Blade. I mean, because when the violence does start, it's like, oh, this is a Blade movie. Like, this feels like a proper Blade. Like,
see right there. That go back to that.
This is all you need to do.
See, all you need to do right here, clear as day.
It's a revenge film, obviously, but that's what Blade should have been, a revenge movie.
Have him in the Blade costume, and it's perfect. That would have been right there. Get it out of your system right there, clear as day.
What is this? Your mother's adventure? A devoted rigorous hitman struggles to balance work, faith, and fatherhood. When his wife dies, he embarks on a desperate journey to cross Houston to protect his children as he confronts the forces that are closing around him. That sounds like a fucking Blade movie. So go support this instead of the Blade movie that they refuse to make. So Ali, you got my ass in this theater right now because why? I respect the hell out of Marshall Ali. And come on, this is what I've been waiting for. And Marvel can't do it.
And just like they won't do a proper Wonder Woman movie or a game. You spent $1 million on a game, and the only thing we got was just the cover art, and that's it. That's it.
Well, the Wonder Woman game was
accurate.
$100 million
Accurate
wasted.
one.
Well, the Wonder Woman game was made on a $100 million budget that went to waste. It's the fucking Nemesis system. I don't need to make it to a friendship. There are already mechanics in the game that you can get the enemies to your side, and all you need to do was just keep using it. Why does it need to be a friendship system? What is this fucking Mortal Kombat where it goes friendship? Just this was a layup for Monolith. You have swords. You have a good sword combat with your Middle Earth Kings. All you need to do was make some improvements, use the Nemesis system, and then we're off.
And then have the opening shot be Wonder Woman blocking with her gauntlets.
Arrows, bullets, you name it.
And then have the ladies go. And then
saying that we have problems.
Yes, and then have the ladies go, Wonder Woman!
That would put, if they opened with the trailer like that for the game, I guarantee you people would be hooked instantly. See, this is why Joker and I have stated this many times throughout the history of Knightcast and everything. This is why fans need to be back in the rooms. This is why. Here is an example. This feels like a Blade movie because you have Marshall Ali sitting on laying on his fucking bed, sharpening a knife. Put him in the Blade costume. You have it right there. You have it right there. But I hope this movie does well. I pray that it does well because it looks really good, looks promising, and if you could, and for the title, it's going to take a bit to get used to, yes, but hey, this is Hollywood. What do you expect?
At the same time, it looks like we got the new Black Panther, David Johnson. This is the actor from, if I remember correctly, I believe it was the film It Comes at Night, along with the Mufasa movie, actually. So this was Scar's actor. And in my opinion, he's actually a good fit for T'Challa. So we got the new Black Panther, or will this be his son from an alternate universe? But anyway, we got the new Black Panther. Finally, we can move away from Chadwick. I love the man to death, but man, did they really, in the last years or so, really not say that, like, we're not going to do anything with Black Panther, like, obviously, but we kind of should have been moved on from Chadwick after the first few years, in my opinion. I know that sounds disrespectful, but not trying to be. We get it. Chad was the best that we got. Died way too soon, way too young. But it's like, we got to move on, please. And thank you, finally. Your thoughts before I...
So I'm glad we have like a brand new person filling in the role of the Black Panther. He has the look and everything. Again, love Chadwick. I love Chadwick, but unfortunately he is gone, and we all accepted that he has passed on and everything. Went out beloved and everything. But please, for the love of Christ, people, let someone else have a chance. This is the same thing with Ryan Gosling. Let these people have a chance at this before we pass judgment. Just because it's an announcement, it's not the end of the world. We haven't seen where it's going to take place. We haven't seen a trailer yet. We haven't seen what the costumes look like. We are throwing tomatoes already before the show even fucking began. We're already throwing the tomatoes.
Correction, he's from the film Wasteland, Ray Lane. Oh, this was the guy from Alien Romulus. That was the android. So I got my actors mixed up. But I was like, but that guy playing the android was like, holy crap. He was probably the creepiest since David and the original. And I felt like, yeah, this guy's fucking good.
I would put David and him in the same room. You would have it all out.
Woo!
You would
But he
have
doesn't
it
have the
all
chip anymore. That's the sad part. He doesn't have the chip anymore.
Oh, well, when he still had the chip, though,
He was.
I
like,
want a full blown brawl between those two. Just let him go crazy. I don't want a 5-minute brawl.
Scary. He
I don't
changed
want
his posture.
Yeah.
Changed the way he talked. Like he was more scientific, and then it's like, and just how he was looking at you. It's like this guy isn't that same. Afraid, nervous. He was more cold, calm, collected. That scene in Romulus, where they're in the old ship, and the xenomorph is in the other room with that. I believe it's one of the females, and she's begging the door to be open. And it's like, just open it.
That's the scene.
And he's just staring at her.
I remember because I delivered food that day because I was on shift that day when we had that movie still. That scene was terrifying as fuck. He was just staring like you committed the biggest atrocity on earth, and he's staring at you. He's not saying nothing. He's not saying nothing.
Remember, folks, silence speak more. And just the way he was staring at her. This wasn't an android that was going to help you. No. This is like that android that's like, you have sabotaged the mission, and I shall not jeopardize it for the rest of the crew. Without saying a word. And when she died, there was no reaction from him. There's reaction from the other two, but there's no reaction. And that was the perfect way to tell you that this guy is gone. You need to get rid of that chip. Perfect. So I think he is the perfect choice, in my opinion. So good luck. All right. So I've been delaying this for such a long time. All right. So a lot of the events from Doomsday have been confirmed. So basically, Shuri is back. The Fantastic Four members are back. Thunderbolts. I'm not going to call them the new Avengers. They're back as well. Yes, we did hear a glimpse of RDJ's Doom voice for Dr. Doom. I'm like, okay, not bad. I still think it should have been Mads Mikkelsen playing Dr. Doom. Mads Mikkelsen was right fucking there. He played a villain everybody forgot about. All you had to do was cast him back as Dr. Can you play a Hades clip for me? I need a Hades clip right now.
You need a Hades clip.
I need a moment to relax.
Paul!
Here, what the?
We were so close!
I'm sure the Guardians are coming back, but they did announce a lot of people. But this movie's not safe because Feige said the stupidest shit. Well, what did he say? Oh, he said this. And now, hey Feige, here comes the part where I throw my head back. Ready?
Oh, hey, wait, it's the clip playing.
And now comes the part where we throw our heads back. Ready?
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Wait, Feige. The producer of the MCU, head of Marvel, said that Thanos' buildup has been built up in people's heads over the years. He sat in a chair at the end and he put on a gauntlet and said, "I'll do it myself," and he yelled at Ron on a video screen briefly. Wrong! Feige, let me break it down to you, boss. Folks, are you ready? Put the rant. You can put my rant.
Okay, Ham.
Because it's rant time. It is rant time, boys.
Hey,
Number one, Feige, you act well, Thanos. Out of the 18 films in the MCU for the Infinity Saga, we had 8 films that were, in some ways, either dedicated to Thanos or at the very least, we talked about Thanos, or the third thing, Infinity Stones. In the Avengers, we had Loki working with Thanos with the Tesseract. Hey, the Tesseract was previously introduced into Captain America First Soldier, and Loki was using the Tesseract. Not to mention, we had the army that Thanos had for a while. So, there's that. But in that same movie, at the end of that movie, we had Thanos' big speech about death, is to impress death. And then he stared and looked into the camera. It's like, ooh, Thanos. So we're teasing Thanos for an upcoming Avengers movie. All right, I'm getting excited. When we got ourselves into Avengers: Age of Ultron, we also had Ultron talk about a little bit of the Infinity Stones, or more importantly, that's how we got Vision, the Mind Stone. So that's, folks, 2 Infinity Stones right then and there for you. Not to mention what Tony said, that he saw something about the dreams about Thanos coming that will later be explained in Infinity War, but also one of the deleted cutscenes, deleted scenes that even Josh Whedon said that I had to make a choice, either explain the Infinity Stones or have the farm scene with Hawkeye. They chose the farm scene with Hawkeye. But in those scenes, Thor did learn about the Infinity Stones. So there's that. Yes, at the end of Age of Ultron, we did get what Feige said. Fine. I'll do it myself. But what was the movie that came after that? I believe, or even in between that? It was Guardians of the Galaxy. And who do we have? Finally, we got the proper introduction to Thanos. Yes, the guy sitting on a chair, talking to Ronan, the executioner, about the plan, what needs to happen. And most importantly, what was in, that little spear thing that the Guardians were going, that, Drax, Gamora, Quill, Groot, and Rocket, what do they all want? Well, that was the Power Stone. So, folks, 3 Infinity Stones were already teased at you. And we got Thanos, so he finally got his big screen debut. Yeah, he's the guy sitting on a chair. But also, do you also forget who I mentioned? Gamora and Nebula. Don't forget, every time Gamora won, Nebula was punished by Thanos. So we know what this man is capable of. So he's not a nice father to them. He was very ruthless. He is, after all, known as the Mad Titan in the end for the Marvel comic books. So that's interesting. So that's 2 people talking about you, put them separately. And then what came after that? Well, like I said, we have 3 Infinity Stones so far. The Tesseract, the Mind Stone, and, the Power Stone. What came after that? Oh, wait. Time. Yes, Doctor Strange. We got the Green Stone, the Time Stone. My favorite Time Stone. Not to mention what Wong said to you about the Infinity Stones. Or their threats. He said the Avengers take care of physical threats. We take care of magical threats. All right, so that's 4 stones. What were the others? So we're just missing the Red Stone, and then what was that? What was it else again? It was, can't remember the last stone. But you see how the films are slowly introducing Thanos and the threat building up, and then we finally kind of get in this phase 3, we finally get Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, we see the Fate Infinite Gauntlet, where it's like, whoa, that's cool. And it's like, oh, fake. Cool. But what happened at the end of Thor Ragnarok? The ship. Thanos' ship. And everyone's like, uh-oh, here he is. He's coming. And then the big movie, Infinity War. Not only do you get the speech at the end of the battle by his minions, but there he is on the big screen. He's ready. Thanos. This was the Thanos movie. Feige, you build him up properly. Your writers and directors build him up. What the cast was always talking about, build him up correctly. It wasn't just, oh, Thanos just showed up and just did shit. No, you were building the myth, the legend of Thanos to your audience without even realizing it. And then when he finally made his debut, who did he battle right away? Hulk. And that battle was brilliantly done in a comic book sense, because he's not using any stones. It was a proper hand-to-hand fight against, Space Hulk, against, the Mad Titan. Who won in the end? The Mad Titan defeated Hulk. So when you can defeat Hulk without any stones, sure, Bucky defeated Hulk too, but it's like, oh shit, this guy means business. And then you see him with the stones and everything. He didn't even have to use the Power Stone at all. He didn't. Not one bit. That's how brilliant he was done. He didn't have to use it. That's why people remember Thanos. Are we going to remember this version of Doctor Doom? Hell no. He didn't build him up properly. You guys are trying to build up Kang with Jonathan Major Thomas, but after what happened with Jonathan Majors, you guys were like, let's just jump to Doctor Doom right away, with no proper build-up with him with the Fantastic Fours, no proper build-up of what he is trying to do in Doomsday. Yeah, the line is saying that you guys have stolen lives, so I guess we're blowing up universes to save other universes, which was one of the leaks is confirmed to be that, take it with a grain of salt, is that Deadpool and the Worst Wolverine are blowing up universe to save their universe. So again, take that with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, everything that I mentioned, what everyone else has said, you were introducing all the stones to build up Thanos. You build them up through Ronan and Loki being his henchmen for the two films that I mentioned, Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, not to mention what both Nebula and Gamora has said about Thanos as well, along with Drax, because don't forget, Ronan killed Drax's family, but at the same time, you have that as well. Not to mention, we got the backstory on how Thanos met Gamora. He is a Mad Titan, but he wasn't going to allow Gamora to see the slaughter of her own people, to be fair. And not to mention, at the end of the day, we got the proper motivation of why he wants it. So, Feige, how come your fans know more about Thanos than you? There was build-up. You guys did it correctly. But with Doom, we're just rushing to Doom just to get an Avengers movie out the door without any proper build-up. So I'm sorry. I'm not excited for Doom. Even if it is Robert Downey Jr., I'm sure he'll do a good job, but I can't see him as Doom when I saw him as Iron Man. And I'm going to stop you all right now. We're not getting Captain America. No. We're getting Hydra Cap. So, folks, get ready for Chris Evans to say, Hail Hydra. Rant over.
Still muted. Damn it. Alrighty. Here we are. That was good. Also, here's my rant too. Here's my rant. Let me tell you guys something, and this is going out to everybody, so please tune in. Me and practically a lot of others, Joker included, we are done pretending that these studios know what they're doing anymore. Because explain this to me, everybody. How in the hell did Punisher and Gambit slide into massive movies effortlessly, yet Blade, the character who literally helped build modern comic cinema, can't even get his own movie off the ground after 7 fucking years of chaos. 7
That's
years.
True.
7 years, 7 directors, endless rewrites, and Marshall Ali, a 2-time Oscar-winning winner, is sitting there like, y'all, if y'all don't make the movie, I'm out. And honestly, he should be. He should be out. Blade is not hard. We had 3 different Blade movies before Marvel even knew what a shared universe was. We had a full cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine. The tone exists, the suit exists, the world exists, everything is already there. But suddenly, Blade is too complicated. Suddenly, Blade needs more development. No, this is not development. This is studio incompetence and Blade production chaos. Meanwhile, Punisher walks into Brand New Day like it's a fucking Costco entrance. No drama, no relights, no director roulette. Punisher is a plug and play because Brand New Day actually has a stable creative vision and Punisher integration. And Gambit shows up too. A character Fox couldn't figure out for a fucking decade, yet he still gets into a massive movie before Blade does. Why? Because multiverse films are flexible and Gambit cameo logic makes it easy. But Blade needs a stable universe, and Marvel doesn't have one. You cannot integrate a supernatural character when his own movie doesn't even exist yet. You can't cameo Chaos. You can't cameo a character whose tone, costume, world building, and script aren't even locked. And Ali has every right to be pissed and is justified. And don't get me started on Wonder Woman. Where is she? Where is the icon? Where is the face of DC's Trinity? All right, stuck in reboot hell, leadership changes, tone resets, and DC rights and everything. She's too big to cameo casually, and DC hasn't had a stable universe since 2017. And Black Cat.
I would like to disagree with that, because the last time that they tried to do everything, you got to remember DC was playing catch up instead of getting a proper. Remember, DC Extended Universe. Remember, so we can get one Man of Steel movie, Aquaman, Flash, Harley Quinn. Who else do we have? Well, that was Harley Quinn meets the Birds of Prey. It's two Suicide Squad films, and The Flash, and another Aquaman film, and 2 Wonder Woman films. But remember, we never got Ben Affleck's Batman movie. Think about that. We never got it because, well, at the time, Ben was a little not in the right place, shall we say. But even before that, they just did Batman v Superman without a second thought to catch up, mind you. And the second movie they did, they killed off Superman. What? Because they had to pick Doomsday. You guys could have picked Cersei. You guys could have picked Deathstroke, like I mentioned. I get it. It's both Batman and Superman. But why does it have to be fucking Doomsday? The death of Superman, and they didn't even earn it. And what was the film after that? Oh, wait. It was, yes, Suicide Squad, which is like, okay. And if he's still in that one. But then they jumped to Justice League. 3 movies in, and we already got the team up. Yes, I'd say that was bad. And they said, okay, we're not going to do all this rushing. We're just going to do individual films again, with the exception of the Suicide Squad, which I think was their best movie they did, along with the original Wonder Woman, and then, Man of Steel, which is, has grown on me over the years. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. To finish up here, though, where was I? Oh, yes. And Black Cat. Black Cat is one of the easiest characters to adapt. Perfect for Spider-Man, already designed for live action, fan favorite, street level, yet she's still missing. And here's the reason why. Sony keeps shelving her, merging her with Silver Sable, unmerging her, rebooting her, shelving her again. Black Cat should have appeared years ago, mind you, in the Tobey Maguire universe. That's how far back you could have done this. But no, Black Cat's absence is embarrassing. So, final thought. It is embarrassing that Punisher and Gambit can slide into massive movies effortlessly, while Blade, Wonder Woman, to a degree with Wonder Woman, to a degree, and Black Cat, characters with massive fan bases and simple adaptational paths, are stuck in chaos, reboots, or total absence. This is not a character problem. This is not a fan problem. This isn't even a casting problem. This is a writing problem.
Director's choices. Hell, I remember years ago saying it was a Black fucking Widow movie. I was called, we don't need a Black Widow. Years later, we finally got a Black Widow movie, and it was all right, I guess. Like, Act 1 was the best act, this cool spy thriller I was on. Act 2, it's the more Marvel action, but I was fine with it. Act 3, you know me and Taskmaster. No, that is fake Taskmaster.
Oh, that's
fake. Thunderbolt, where I was like, Drax, don't stay dead. But no, folks, years ago, I was called crazy saying that we don't need a Black Widow movie. I'm like, guys, she's dead now. And then they announced a Black Widow movie. I'm like, you do it after she gets killed off? Yeah, but in my opinion, like we said in my big rant, these producers need to learn better. Because now you're treating your fans as if they're worthless, with Kevin right here saying that there's no build-up for Thanos. There was build-up. I would love to see some of my favorite characters get a cameo. Like, do I think everybody needs a fucking film? No. But if the screenplay calls for it, and it's like, yeah, I don't mind this. Like, or even something like small like television. That's why I think the Marvel Netflix years were actually were part of the golden era for the MCU. What do we get? We got Daredevil after so long, after the shitty Ben Affleck movie. It was like, this is great. Jessica Jones. People, they did Jessica Jones on Netflix. I was like, hell yeah, my girl, there she is. Luke Cage. We did Luke fucking Cage. Awesome. Iron Fist could still be better. Season 2 for Iron Fist was a great improvement. But I'm like, Iron Fist. We're doing Danny. I'm like, hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. Excellent. And then they did the Defenders, which was a little iffy, but that was so great. And like we said, we got Punisher in season 2 of Daredevil, and he got his own show that only lasted for 2 seasons. But I was like, this is great. We're doing the smaller heroes. Hey, let's not forget Cloak and Dagger. They did that was for ABC Family, but they did Cloak and Dagger. Think about that. I never even heard of these people. I'm like, Cloak and Dagger. Who are they? That's cool, actually. And I do wish some of these characters would get shine. I still want to. I'm still waiting for another Zatanna. God, I would love to see Zatanna again. It's been years since Smallville, and we haven't seen Zatanna in so long. Come on, give me the girl. Give me my wizards again. But that's aside the point. We're going to move on to some better stuff to talk about because, well, on one hand, EA will officially probably be owned by the company next week, meaning that, yes, the deal was worth $55 billion. So that means, yes, Saudi Arabia and a few others now own EA. I don't know how I still feel about this. On one hand, good, but what's going on here? Well, it is a buyout completely. So that means all their IPs could either be sold off to under new management, which is a positive. On the bad side, there are reports coming out that despite Battlefield 6 doing well, some of their team has gone a little bit. They're still making the game and still updating content. Is that Andrew Holst just got another big paycheck increase? Fuck this guy. Yeah, you made a great game. You're all fired. So I can get more money. Fuck you. BioWare might be sold off now. Oh, God.
Oh, that's right, because under EA's umbrella, we have BioWare and everybody else.
BioWare could be sold off now.
Oh,
They're thinking about it, so it's like, oh, God, there goes BioWare.
This should scare everybody. This should scare people. For the right reasons.
For the very right reasons, so it's all... So, like, everything was been approved. So, on the other hand, I'm like, nervous, but at the same time, it's getting to the worst investors. Would things be better on new management? Probably not. But it is something to fear with everything. If you thought we're ever going to get the old Dragon Age games back, folks, this is the truth about old game engines. And when people don't know these engines, and you have people who don't work on these game engines anymore, you can kiss your ass to the duology Dragon Age games to be gone. So basically, say goodbye to Dragon Age Origins, all the expansions, Dragon Age 2, and all the expansions. It's never, ever going to happen. As a Dragon Age fan, I got in with 2 in Inquisition and playing the Origins on my Xbox before my local family video went away. Holy crap, is Dragon Age Origins a superior game. Excellent writing. Excellent character developments. An excellent story.
Yeah, we're back this Sunday.
Yep, Eagle Rider's computer is finally fixed, so she's ready to go. So that's what they were waiting for. So it wouldn't be right without Eagle.
Yes, it would not be right. That's why I didn't do any. That's the reason why I didn't do any more Nightcast shows in that absence, is because it just didn't feel right. It did not feel right. I mean, yeah, I'm the mainline guy and everything, but you need actual people to make it all work. And that's the reality of it. But and this is what should scare people, because this news did not come out of thin air, people. This news did not come out of thin air.
It's the sad truth of everything. Even their old developers saying that they should kind of just sell the IP to kind of give us it because they don't know what they're going to do with it. But when they're built on old technology, and it's like, well, does anybody know how to use the Aurora engine? It's like, dude, that thing's like a fossil, just like with Gamebryo.
Oh, and get this. Remember, we had Knights of the Old Republic coming out.
Kind of ish.
Kind of, but now.
They want the full-blown remake with UE5, I think so.
But now with this, it's like, oh crap. So this is a nightmare scenario.
Yeah. So basically, what these developers saying that because of the Aurora engine and people who used to work on it are gone. The employees that knew it are gone. Sure, but it's the file. It's not just the file itself. If you were to remake Dragon Age Origins now with the E8 mandate of Frostbite or going to UE5, you would have to literally and physically remake everything from the ground up. Everyone's like, what? Yes, that's the sad reality. Or when they choose Unity to kind of get closer to the vibe of Aurora, you would have to remake everything from the ground up from scratch. That means all the dark spawns, all the NPCs, all the towns, the factions, characters, clothing. Clothing has to be redone. The combat engine has to be redone. Everything would have to be redone. But then people say, but why is Mass Effect Trilogy example? That was built on Unreal Engine 3 before we had UE5, but we had UE4. EA did contact Epic Games saying that we want to remake Mass Effect Trilogy and UE4. And they told them in the conference call, you would have to remake everything if you go to UE4. So to save time and money, they just kept the same game mode engine. They took examples from modders to how to update stuff to keep it, the remaster package. So that's why the trilogy is called a remaster, not a remake. It's a remastered trilogy. This is specifically saying,
kind of like with the Lara Croft one, the more recent ones we got, and that new one that's coming, the Atlantis one. That's a full-blown remake right there.
That's a full-blown remake. Exactly, you are correct. This one is trying to say remaster. It should be duology, not trilogy, because nobody's left at BioWare that knows the old Aurora engine. The first two games were developed using updated version of Aurora, meaning that there's nobody left at BioWare. It's gone. So if you did it on UE3, 4, 5, or Frostbite, everything would have to be built up from scratch. And that is too much time consuming, unless you're that diehard dedicated fan. So it's sad to say no more Dragon Age, especially what they did with the Veilguard. Fuck that game.
Oh yeah, that game was trash.
It looked ugly.
My roommate slammed the brakes when I said that. When I told her about it, what happened and everything. I swear she looked ready to commit World War III right there, because she's a Dragon Age fan, and when you have an angry female gamer like that, run. But also the other nightmare scenario is this. When if this does go through with the privatization and all of that, it also signals a dangerous shift in gaming. Less transparency, more political entanglement, more corporate control, and the potential loss of a very important RPG studio. Folks, this should scare everyone right now, because this is no joke. Because remember, it's not the fans that it's not the studios we're up against. It's the backers and everything.
It's the backers, shareholders, investors, you name it. So
now it wasn't noticeable back then because we had more fans in the rooms who were still there.
I think it was a different time, a different vibe where it was like, oh, you invest in a video game company, go ahead and make your game you want. But as the decades went on with the different generations, you know, higher budgets, more profits being made, especially on the Western side of things, how we were dominating the market. I still remember 2012, Black Ops selling 550 million copies within 24 hours. That was unheard of at the time. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah, me and
then GTA 5 came out.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go first.
Yeah, because I remember getting Black Ops 2 at GameStop because we watched the trailer. All of us were hyped, and I was in trade school. This was back during my time in trade school. Me and my friends, we saw the Black Ops 2 trailer, and we were really hyped. So all of us on the one mall trip that we went to, we pre-ordered the game. And then some months later, when the release date was here, we had another mall trip and we went in and picked up our pre-orders. And then we came back and the game room that was in the entertainment area, completely packed. We packed that fucking room with Black Ops 2 galore. We did not care. You don't have that anymore.
In my old neighborhood I was at the time, when I was riding around my bike, that's near the middle school, I saw somebody with the Black Ops 2 truck, actually. So one of these neighbors had the Black Ops 2 truck that was for the promotion, which was kind of sick to look at. I was like, dude, I was almost thinking, can I get the keys and just get out of this neighborhood quickly enough just to go right? That was cool. But like I said, 550 million copies sold within 24 hours. That was unheard of. I remember my mom at the time, back in 2011, buying me Skyrim. She went to Target to buy Skyrim for my birthday. That was on 11/11/11/11, and my birthday was the next day. My mom bought it. When I opened up my gift, Skyrim, yes, want to play it. My mom said, well, I got lucky. The employee said that was the last copy they had. Think about that. Skyrim at the time coming out. And my mom was buying the last copy before the next shipment. Woo! Go, Mom. Going in at the right time. Go, Mom. But then, like I said, 2013 was Grand Theft Auto 5. Half of the world called in sick. 2013, remember, 24 hours, it was 800 million. 800 million copies, $60 back in the day. That was like, holy shit. And then 2 days later, they were at 1 billion. It's like unheard of. Yeah, you can say Ghost probably beat them, but I'm going to say GTA 5 did it more legitimate. So it's like impressive. And I think their record still holds up to this day. It still does. Nowadays, it's a little different. The feeling has changed. Corporate knows what to make. And we're just not seeing those numbers again. Sure, COD might be the exception, but everybody plays COD. And that's why Amy and I retired, because like, this is the same game, just reskin. I think we're good. So that's sad to see. And when the new guys do show up, it's like they get buried, sadly. Or they just go unnoticed. So it is what it is. But sum up for this, I feel bad for all the employees at EA right now who are going to be under new management. And it's a sad day for Dragon Age fans, because we can kiss that any chance of revival ever happening again. It's such a sad day. But it's also a sad day. Disney is laying off several hundred employees across the entire company. The majority of the layoff of the studio's side is at Pixar. What?
But Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5 may have made money, but it's not going to save them. Turning Red definitely did miss out on some money, failing to reach its margins, but.
And ladies and gentlemen, you know me. I'm
Dismal
pulling this
Disney.
up again. That's right there, guys. The picture is 1,000 words. I have a Marvel edition, and I have a game industry edition too.
Okay. So, Pixar Animation Studios, inspired riding the high and the success of several blockbusters Toy Story 5, was hit particularly hard in the waves of layoffs on Tuesday at Disney. The Disney spokesperson confirmed that the media conglomerate is cutting several hundred jobs across certain corporation functions. Those include job cuts at ESPN, many related to the integration of the NFL Network, Disney Entertainment Television, and Disney Studios. The majority of the layout of the studio's sides are within the Pixar, and the majority of the cutoff in the TV groups are National Geographic. The Disney employees are losing their jobs were informed Tuesday morning. Disney in April cut about 1,000 employees marketing function across Disney Studios, television networks, and many more. The only point Disney CEO Josh said in a memo to employees, over the past several months, we have looked at ways in which we can streamline our operations to various parts of the company to ensure to deliver the world-class creativity and innovation where fans expect from Disney. Given the fast, usual corporate separation speech of our industry that requires us to constantly assess how the faucet more. You get the speech. It's the usual CEO speak. Whoa, we got to cut back some jobs. Now, on one hand, I think a lot of that was going to happen because of, you could say overspending, people not tuning in anymore to some of these networks, and elsewhere. But the fact that even Pixar got hit the biggest, I was like, ooh. I went like, ooh, wow, I was like, wow, that was the first that even I heard that I heard about that, like Pixar being hit off the most. I was like, ooh, wow, that was interesting from Disney to say that like Pixar got hit with the majority of the layoffs. I was like, ouch. Some of them are probably nice people working in the animation industry, but it's like this is not uncommon to hear from different sources out there. But it's like, yikes, to hear that, be like, yeah, you made a good move. Well, it's not just anything. It's not just about making movies anymore. It's just that any day your big boss can be like, do the cutback. It's time. So on one hand, I feel bad for the animators and other people across the board, but sad day, really, sad day. At the same time, you do say, when is this going to end? You keep hearing about layoffs at the layoffs. Hell, we even talked about the WB and Paramount merger being stopped right now due to different states. UK approved of the merger, but the trial still needs to happen here in the West still. So, but that's a time for another day, especially if we do get like Bullet or California here, because that's just a topic that we cannot talk about until there's more information available to the general public. But I feel bad for Pixar because that happens. Your thoughts?
This is just another reason why Disney. We don't even know what the hell is going on with Disney or behind the scenes. It's like, I mean, with Hoppers and everything, that one had the worst release window I have ever seen. Yeah, it did amazing in the box office and everything, but on the opening weekend. But unfortunately, look at what else was coming in after that one, and it barely had any room to breathe. Like
Wasn't
any
that?
room.
What was the movie again? It was not the Odd. No, it's the Odyssey. It was God damn it! Oh, go ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah, I think it was Lilo and Stitch.
That was like a June movie. What was that? April? Was it Lilo and Stitch? I don't think I. Okay, hold on. That was like an early movie, right? That was like a February, March movie.
I believe so. It said March. The article said March with Hoppers.
Oh, okay. March. So do you not? Come, Project Hail Mary, Pursuit of the Gates. Oh yeah, Hoppers. Oh wait, I know the movie that came out after that. It was Project Hail Mary. I mean, Hoppers did well for a while, but then like he had a good week and a half run till he's gained some money and traction. But then when Project Hail Mary came out, it's like, well, yes. But then also at the same time, I think some people might have gotten a little bit sick of, the usual Pixar formula that we were getting. Yes, I think their stories do fine for a while, but when you compare what Pixar kind of used to be making for a good while, they had a nice formula, but I think now it's got too formulaic. So definitely Pixar did get hit with that usual formulaic vibe. And I would like to say probably Eli failing also probably didn't help them out, because you go from one thing to the next, they almost feel the exact same way a little bit. But I feel bad. I feel sad for them, because, damn, you hate to see in the next few years or several years from now if people are reporting that Pixar might shut down. I remember when Disney fucking bought them out. It's like, cool, you got bought out.
Yeah, I remember that. They all were nervous. Everybody was nervous. And yet here we are so many years later, and it's like, hi, hi, I saved you guys, but now I gotta cut some of you people. Enjoy the unemployment line. But I wonder. Oh man, this is a continuing
It's a
trend.
nightmare, folks, but we'll definitely keep you in the loop what's going to happen to Pixar in the future. Speaking about what's happening in the future, there is a plot synopsis for a little bit of Blade Runner 2049 with the look of Michelle Yeoh and Hunter Schafer. The series is set after the replicant uprising, where the humans lost and replicant rules, releasing later this year on Prime Video. On one hand, it doesn't look that bad, but the plot synopsis, I'm like, doesn't scream Blade Runner yet. Sure, we had stuff by Shichino Watanabe that was pretty much a badass anime thriller action to watch. We had stuff by Luke Scott that dealt with Gerald Leo's character for the short film, along with his other short film that had Dave Bautista on why he was on the run in 2049. But so the replicant human war started, the humans lost, and now the replicants rule. Is this still technically speaking Blade Runner? After 2049, so 50 years later, the replicants just rule now? It feels like a different project that got turned into a Blade Runner, because Blade Runner will sell despite not everybody showing up to 2049. So I kind of do agree with Matt. It doesn't scream Blade Runner to me. And he's our Blade Runner guy, and I love Blade Runner as well, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Your thoughts?
I don't know I don't know how this is gonna go. Because Joker is right. Joker's right.
It's kind of got the look to Blade Runner, but not
is
Blade
he
Runner.
really? This more looks like this looks more like something out of a 1980s movie trying to be like Blade Runner. If you will.
A lot of those discount movies that we used to get back in the day. Like Red Heat was just Dirty Harry, just with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Although because he also has the 44 Magnum, and he wants to prove that he's stronger than Clint Eastwood, so he doesn't fake kickback. He just took the 44 Magnum and just went, which looked cool, but at least with good old strong army Clint Eastwood, Clint fake recoil. To make it look like the 44 was the most powerful handgun in the world. But it is released on Amazon. I might check it out because, again, Mom and Dad have Amazon, but we'll wait and see unless this is going to be one of those projects where Blade Runner goes away again. I did not watch Black Lotus that was on Toonami back a few years ago, I think it was. So at least that one was a little different. Still felt Blade Runner. Looked very weird, though, but it is what it is. Speaking about what it is, but it looks like the Danny McBride G.I. Joe movie is in the works, and we do got some details a little bit. You know, he also wrote the screenplay. He's also directed the movie, okay? Set the film to release next year, hopefully. Or to film next year, I should say. G.I. Joe was McBride's favorite franchise growing up. Grounded action film. Not a comedy, okay. Grounded action film, okay. Focuses on Duke and his team. Good. Keep it there. Takes place in a town where everyone is secretly members of Cobra. Cobra! Get them! They're casting right now, and he's reportedly reaching out to his movie star friends. Okay, Danny. Okay, your thoughts.
Wow. This is good. We've been needing a serious G.I. Joe movie. I love Cobra Commander all day, every day, and he is a comedic character and everything. But here's the thing. Number 4 sounds amazing, but how are you
have some comedy?
That's what I was thinking, because I thought about Cobra Commander, and he is unintentionally funny. I mean, Jesus Christ, the voice alone, I literally pissed myself laughing.
Scream. Original actress, Cobra. Yes, folks, that was our Cobra Commander all those years ago.
But I'm glad that they're taking this seriously, though. It's like we want to make a proper G.I. Joe movie, and I'm glad that it's focusing on Duke and the Commandos. That's good. Keep the focus there. I agree with Joker. Keep the focus.
Please,
there.
Danny, please. I would be so much great for you if your final scene in this movie is just the opening to the G.I. Joe animation movie. Just think about that. As the credits are rolling, it's like, boys, are you ready? Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. And they play the theme song. And it's the Cobras attacking the Statue of Liberty. It's the full animated sequence in live action. And then I come in. G.I. Joe is a secret organization group of the brave men and women with the voiceover as the battle's going on. Imagine that. It takes place in town. It's great. They escape, but then it's like, Corporal Commander is attacking the Statue of Liberty, and you see and it's just the opening sequence of the animated movie in live action. You know how awesome that would be?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. And they do everything like shot for shot, like even the rocket gun. I still laugh every time. He's carrying the rocket launcher, and he trips and falls, and it still fires, and it still hits his targets. That would be funny. Or the eagle coming down, and that guy like, what? You got distracted by the eagle, but didn't see the guy behind you. Hit him. That'd be funny. That would be awesome. Yeah, who I could play the Duke? I love Channing. He was fine in the first movie, but he didn't come back for the second movie, which is a bummer. I wish he did. Glenn Powell? Do you get Glenn for this role? Or did we go on Discover? Because that's the only thing I'm thinking, like, Glenn Powell, do you do Glenn? I mean, Top Gun Maverick, I'm like, do you get Glenn?
I wonder if he did.
I mean, like, I think Glenn would be a good pick, but star power, recognizable. But would he fit Duke, though? I'm like, he could, but he's the only one I'm thinking of that comes top of my head. Or did we go a little bit more younger and under-discovered? But then again, Danny's calling all of his buddies. We're like, all right, what do I get? You owe me a favor. But who knows? We'll find out next year when we see some of the more casting and some of those footage, beautifully photo shots, coming out the door.
Breaking. Oh, Jesus Christ. And now for our main event, we have two main events. Joker, shall we do the main big one, or shall I do the caveat first?
Do the caveat.
Okay.
So breaking news, something broke just right now, so he's going to take the floor right now. Breaking news.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can get this properly up.
But for being the quick one, looks like Extraction 3 is finally in the works.
Yes.
So wonderful. I love Chris Hemsworth. I love these movies. Go watch them. They're great. Like, just get the people out of these dangerous city from crime lords or dangerous people that they have. These are great movies, especially how they do the one shots in both movies. One being a car chase, the other one is a little prison breakout leading to a train to a badass train sequence. So badass. I love these movies, and I will give props to Chris Hemsworth. He is actually getting some of these, along with several people out there still in Hollywood, that I'm a big list A actor. I don't have to do the big list movies all the time. Let me help and get a smaller movie out the door. That's why this year I love that Bob Odenkirk did a film called Normal. Normal is a film about a guy being a sheriff, but he's just a temporary sheriff in the small town in Normal, Minnesota, that he's like, I want nothing to happen. Just stay here temporarily until they find a new sheriff, and then I'm out of here. But obviously, for those who want a simple, quiet life, something happens, and it looks like this town has a dark secret. What is that secret? I'm not going to tell you. So go watch Normal. You can probably find it on Hulu, Amazon, Tubi somewhere. It is a good movie, written by the John Wick writer. So very good movie. So that's it for me right now. So you have the floor right now.
Okay,
so go ahead. What's the breaking news? What's the caveat news?
Okay, so up first, Jim Carrey, Jetsons. Let's talk about that, and then we'll get to the last two. I'm okay with this as long, because the Jetsons is such a classic cartoon from the Boomerang era and the classic cartoons, the Wacky Race era, and Jim Carrey as George Jetson. I'm gonna see what he does, because Jim Carrey does play a serious role from time to time. So, and I'm wondering how they're gonna go about this. I'm genuinely excited because I don't think we ever had a live action The Jetsons.
I know we got one for Flintstones and Yogi Bear. Those are the two that I'm familiar with, the Hanna-Barbera stuff outside of Scooby-Doo. The Jetsons. I love the theme song for the Jetsons and the Flintstones, but wasn't a big fan of the Jetsons, or just was not really interested in them as a kid. Jim Carrey, well, first it was Sonic, making good Sonic movies, and then now he's doing like Jetsons. So, if it's going to be a comedy, of course, he would be a good fit because he would get a lot of people in theaters, and as a comedian, he would kind of fit the dad vibe a lot. So, I think that is interesting casting to have. As for the rest of the cast and crew, I don't even know where to begin with, So on one hand, I feel like this movie's going to fail if Jim wasn't in it.
You know who I would love to see as his boss? Danny DeVito. He's perfect.
Okay, you have to describe the boss to me because I don't know these characters.
Hold on. His boss. Oh, darn it, wrong one. Here we go. So this would be definitely not Ariana Grande. This might work. There we go. That's George Jetson's boss right there. I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, that would be a very interesting one for the ages. But
is he like is he kind of like Danny's DeVito characters in the show Taxi a little bit, where he's like that? Oh, hi, good to see you. And it's like, no, I got a job. You got a job here. Like, you take a number and you wait till I call you.
Kind of like that.
Oh, you found it. I've been looking for $200 my entire life. Back off, Ernie. You didn't lose $200. Duh. I didn't say I lost it. I say I was looking for it. Hey, Ernie, your mother's calling. You said that's a robbery. Tell her I get back to her later. Like that character?
Yeah, kind of like that, basically.
Oh, okay, I can see that happening if Danny just playing his Taxi role again.
Hey,
that's great. He was great in Taxi. Do you know how he got the role?
How?
Okay, so at the time of the usual, there's only like a few channels and some really funny writers in Hollywood. So a bunch of these guys from different sitcoms, they're getting together, like let's make something new.
The character's name is Spacely, but continue.
That stuff. So Danny's agent hears about this and is like, Danny, you should really get on this show. I think this will be up your alley. So Danny kind of looked at it like, this could work, could be funny. So he goes into the audition, but instead of reading the lines, he said that, who wrote the screenplay? No, it's crap. Throws it back at them, but it lands in coffee. It's like, but they loved it so much. It's like they like Danny for improvising it, going against screenplays. So that's kind of what landed him the role of Taxi. So I'm like, and from Taxi, he would direct a few episodes here and there, and that would eventually land him kind of like the job for Matilda, actually. So that's how I kind of got the role for Taxi and directed Matilda for that way. So,
Joker, here I'll play a clip of Spacely and just give you an idea of the character a little bit.
Corporation.
Solar system brought to you by Spacely Sprockets.
But can you see it though, Danny DeVito?
Okay, right. Now I can see it. Yeah, this does feel like Ernie trying to be like, get people to do this.
I've always wanted to be a television sponsor. You can cause so much panic. I think I'll start with Jetson. He should be working at his desk.
He should be working.
Not there. I bet I know where he is. Just as I thought, at the water cooler again.
And now, fellow employees.
Okay, I can see Danny DeVito playing that character.
And a bit of Jim Carrey right here. Just picture that Jim, those two.
Okay, and what was the other big news we got?
Oh yes, but anyway, I figure I get you like who is who. So
okay,
aside
from
okay, Oh, how I did not expect this. This is one right here. Daichin Lackman will star as Impa in the live-action Legend of Zelda movie.
Yes, I was about to get to this. Actually, we actually found all of them. Actually, we have Impa and Ganondorf. So this one fits it a lot. She does fit Impa. So find Ganondorf, please. So
Ganondorf.
I can see this. She's a good actress.
And everybody there. Hang on, let me find Ganondorf. Hang on. Go ahead and explain to our audience how you see her as Impa. Go ahead.
Well, she's got the look for Impa, but Impa's also a warrior. So I'm like, this fits the right character and the vibe and everything. Plus, you can see her in the makeup and everything. I'm like, this is a good choice. You have a good actress for a good character. So I'm like, perfect, excellent.
I'm trying to find the
And
news.
this is also Zelda advisor and bodyguard. So, yes, please.
And one.
But she's also the kind of version they're showing off is the Hyrule Warriors version. So it's like, oh, so yes.
Okay, here's the big reveal. Alrighty. Uli Latufuku. I can't.
I don't say that 5 times fast.
I'm trying here. I'll just call him Uli. Has been cast as Ganondorf in the live-action Legend of Zelda film.
And you know what? It's an undiscovered actor, but he fits it. Go to his full body shot. He's got the height. Look at that physique. I know he's sitting down right now, but take a look at that physique and put it to Ganondorf. Yes. And it's also someone new. Yes, my choice was Dave Bautista completely, but he's got the look. Sure, maybe not right now, but given the makeup, put the hair on, put the wig on, the facial, put him in the costume. I can see it. The angle that he's in the sitting photo is much better, so I can see it actually. I can see it. I can see it now. I can see.
Dave Bautista. That would have been my second. That would have been my second pick if this guy wasn't available. That would have been my second. He does have the look and everything, and Joker is right. We have fresh faces coming in. We don't have the A-list people. We don't have the B-list people. We're casting new faces we never heard of, but somehow fit the role. And I'm on board with this.
Look at Zelda and Link's actors and actresses right now. Undiscovered new people. Link's actor was just in the Game of Thrones episode, one of the Game of Thrones seasons, the new ones, the spinoffs. I was like, good. So you can see his acting chops a little bit. I'm like, he did a good job for the clip that I saw. So I'm like, good. We're picking new talents here, or even some nice old talents that have been around for a while. We're like, yeah, I can see them. Also, there's one more character. The late Sam Neill has a role in Zelda.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll pull this down. Go ahead. But I'm excited, though. I'm genuinely excited for Legend of Zelda. I'm like, okay, we're actually getting characters. And guess what? We're actually getting fresh faces, which you need for a film. And I am on board with that.
And it's also still a young, talented director of the Maze Runner movie and my favorite movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So that's a great choice as well. So yes, it looks like one of the final projects for Sam, despite being that Godzilla movie and that international movie. It looks like he has a role for Zelda. Now I gotta think, Sam, brother, who are you? Is he a merchant? Is he one of the people you meet on Hyrule? I think I narrowed it down. Sam Neill's the king. He's one of the kings for Hyrule.
Did they finish Joker? Correct me if I'm wrong here. They finished filming, didn't they?
Yes.
So Sam Neill's scenes are in.
Hopefully they're in. I'm hoping he got it in before he was passed. So cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, folks. I'm like, do I want to be a merchant? Yes. Do I want to be like in Twilight Princess? Like he's the first guy you meet with Link in that introduction. So so one of the people in the town you start off with, depending on the various towns of Zelda you want to talk about it. So I'll just say the guy from the starring town in Twilight Princess, just to keep it simple, like the farmer for Link, because Link was a farmer that one. Who knows? God, is he Zelda's dad? Is he Zelda's dad? Because Sam would make a great Zelda dad. I'm not gonna lie. Being the father to Zelda, he would make great. So those are my two things. He's either one of the previous kings or he is Zelda's father. God. So thank you, Sam. I'm crossing my fingers. Please, brother, I want to see him just a few more times before we do have to say goodbye. So this will be interesting. Movies coming out next year. God, I'm nervous. I'm excited.
My tickets punch. I'm gonna go.
I'm calling it right now. Gamescom, we either see a trailer. 2, it's gonna be at the Game Awards.
And guess what? I'm hosting again this year, ladies and gentlemen. I will be hosting the Game Awards.
So if we see that trailer, we're gonna have to hide it because good old Nintendo's like, nope. Because Nintendo's evil out there with the copyright, or they're very strict with it. So god damn it.
Nintendo, do you just not like publicity?
Well, they
positive?
did have that awful YouTube program that you can stream our games, but be in the YouTube program and we'll take some of the revenue. Like what? Why? It was so stupid.
Ironically, I was playing Mario Golf on Nintendo GameCube, and amazingly, they're still up.
Oh, well, now they're a little bit more kinder, so there's that. Looks like Ruby isn't quite done yet. Looks like now Viz is announcing that, yes, once again, they're partnering up with the Gotham Group. Once again, this partnership opens up new opportunities for Ruby across film and television. So going into a little bit of further detail, Gotham Group development based on its original IP that the Gotham Group developed film and television property. This deal includes company acclaimed Viz original graphic novels and lines and landmark animated reboot franchise. Yeah, we all know that. So Justice League, so it looks like they're not quite done quite yet. So on one hand, cool for Ruby fans, you get more projects in the works. And the other thing is there's really not much to say. If you like Ruby, go ahead. If not, that's fine. As long as they just don't make it like the crappy stuff we got, fine. But if you're gonna do stuff with Ruby, I'd like to either see a full-blown soft reboot to just different characters. Because on the YouTube side of things, they've been doing a lot better with the fan projects. Some of those fan projects are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Which are really nice to see. What is not nice to see? You remember that awesome last Sentinel trailer years ago we saw at the Game Awards that you, me, and Maddie were like, oh god damn, this guy's kicking a lot of people's ass. Oh, but it's an android and it's a female. Sweet. Well, look who's in the news once again. The dreaded Tencent is back. God. Tencent is just the Chinese EA developers or publishers. So here's what happened once again. Tencent back last Sentinel, an open world sci-fi game once expected to rival GTA. Okay. Could be canceled after 6 years in development. around 80 developers at Lightspeed LA have reportedly been laid off after poor internal playtest and years of development issues. Again, take it with a grain of salt with this guy. According to Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, Tencent has rebooted the project and is most likely canceled despite spending hundreds of $1 million on it. So, a game that me and Maddie were kind of excited to see because it looked awesome, despite being in a CGI trailer, cinematics. We were excited to play it, something new, something futuristic LA or somewhere we were going to be, with a female android, with both RoboCop vibes and Blade Runner vibes, mostly Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell. Love it. But apparently, poor initial play testing and development issues might cause this game to be canceled. Can we stop trying to compete with the big boys? Imagine this was more of a linear game with some, let's say, Call of Juarez, Bloodlines, free roaming sections when you got time for free time. Everybody would be talking about it then. It would have been like a linear story like Batman, let's say, going through, let's say, Arkham-style levels with some free roaming sections for some break time, where it's like before like the next mission starts, like in like say 2 midway points. I think I would play that game much more than trying to be open world. Guys, not everything needs to be open world. I mean, for crying out loud, you, me, Anime Night, you and I played Mafia: The Old Country. And why do we like it so much? It wasn't open world. Yeah, sure, the story could be a little bit better, but it was a linear experience with some good writing in there. It hit all the tropes, but it used the tropes nicely. It had some good actors attached to it. And I was like, damn, when the story did pick up, I was like, finally, I'm playing a Mafia game again. A proper Mafia title.
With forgiving race mechanics, with forgiving ones.
True that.
But the remaster did do injustice too. So the remaster of Mafia and then this one, they learned from their mistakes. Speaking of which, the DLC for Mafia: The Old Country is out. With
I gotta go play it. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
With 2 new story, it's a 2-part story. It looks very interesting. But yes, Mafia: The Old Country. The reason why Joker and I liked it, because 1, it's authentic. It takes place in Sicily before World War I and all that garbage happening. And then it shows us where the Mafia really came from. The Cosa Nostra, where it came from. How the racketeering began. How those protection rackets began. And Omerta. It was
I still
so
remember the
accurate.
indoctrination scene. That was very tense, actually.
I was so quiet that some of the people in the chat were like, "Anime Night, are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I feel like I'm physically there," and that's the feeling of it. You were physically there. You felt it. That's why I was so tense. It's like, oh God. Well, do I say yes? What do I do? But that's how you do immersion. I will agree with you in that. This looks really, really cool. Aside from the CGI and everything, but this looks really cool.
I was wondering how I was going to play it. 3rd-person action game, over the shoulder, 1st person. I didn't care. I was like, what does it play like, though? I was excited. The trailer showed me.
And the female character, I would have loved to know her story.
She could have rivaled Makoto for all I care. I know that's blasphemous, but she could have rivaled Makoto, for my opinion.
A valid opinion, valid. But now it's like, what are we doing?
What is development like these days? I get it. We're overblowing the budgets these days, but can we just get back to basics? I would have loved to see what this thing was like linear before it went open world, or if that was an option in the game later. You beat the game, it's just like, hey, go free roaming. Then I could explore all the levels I wanted to. What happened to those days?
Exactly. And the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, basics, what me and Joker are talking about is just work on, announce the title of your game. That's fine right there. Fine, completely fine. And a few concept arts here and there, but then continue building from that with everything normal. Make sure you get the graphics correct. Make sure you get the characters up and running. Get the story up and running, and then you're
told
fine.
by an actual game developer who did work on stuff like these Kill the Justice League, High Guard, and a few other games out there that all have been canceled to what he has worked on, is that the reason why a lot of these trailers come out, but it also takes time and money, meaning months of work has to go into a trailer of why things do take long. Oh, you don't have a game that's ready, like Indigo Prophecy? Just put a trailer together. But you need people to animate stuff. You need a direction. You need to show what this game is kind of going to be like. Are you going to use music? No music? This takes time and money that takes away from the actual development, meaning 4 to 6 months of making you a trailer just to show it off to the world. It's like, yeah, this looks cool, but we're not going to show you gameplay yet because we're still in early development. That is what he says is also killing the industry. You got to spend all that separate money for a trailer that's just going to be, here's the announcement, and then everybody goes, that's it? Where's the game? There's no game yet. It's still being built. That's killing a lot of big AAA games.
Oh, and also let's touch on this too. Since you mentioned it and everything, the elephants in the room, GTA 6 and Netflix.
Oh, fuck face. I'm not even gonna watch the stream. If it's not coming physically, I don't care.
Just why?
This was planned. Rockstar knew this. They all did. This was planned.
It's upsetting because it's like we saw the trailer and everything. Cool.
And Rockstar, to be fair, they always put in with Red Dead, and I think ever since Red Dead, they were putting in like actual gameplay stuff in their trailers. Like, yeah, those aren't just cinematics; those are actual gameplay. And looking at 6, I'm like, there's the gameplay. I can see it. But just to get an exclusive look, you have to be subscribed to Netflix. They can't even put on the damn YouTube channel. Oh, that's a headache. So we'll save that for another day. But I feel sad for these developers here because maybe they had something that was going to be the next gold mine. That's like, but now it's going to be gone. So, goddamn.
Also, here's what I think. Here's what I also think killed it. Look at the top part of that text.
I know, it's 10 cents.
Well, aside from that, but open world sci-fi, that sounds awesome. But when you go, but once expected to rival GTA, that was the downfall.
They shouldn't have said that.
Bragged. You cannot brag about your game that you haven't fully developed to rival something. We had no idea if it was going to come out or what the release date was.
It looks so cool to see, but god fucking damn it. But
and that's why it killed it.
But they killed it. They killed it.
The minute you say you're gonna rival something, it's like,
you know, the father of the gangster games, the one that the entire world's gonna call him sick again. Sorry. Yeah, that's shooting yourself in the foot, but goddamn, so close. But also was in Comic-Con, I forgot to put this to Comic-Con section. Marvel Comics announced Indiana Jones and the Sword of Pandemonium, a 5-issue limited series by writer Jason Aaron and artist Aaron Cooter, launching this December. The series is set after Raiders of the Lost Ark and marks the return of Indiana Jones to Marvel Comics after 40 long years. So I'm like, oh, and look at that logo. Look at those titles. Look at that panel. As if I'm watching a movie in comic form. That actually looks good. This looks promising. Why can't we do more of this again? Where's the soul, man? And there's soul here. Look at that title. Look at that drop.
Yeah.
Look at those
yes.
Yes.
This makes me want to go.
Yes.
This makes look at first person view. This is where is this? Where is this style? We need more first person view of from the enemy point of view to it. This is perfect.
I think this is cool. Getting Indy back in comic form. Harrison is not getting Harrison's getting too old, so you can do some nice indie comic books. That's before or after some of the classic movies. So perfect.
Oh, and they got the Mauser correct. They got the World War II grenade correct. Yep, that's accurate. Accurate.
So I like this.
Somebody paid attention.
I like this. I like this a lot. So I like this a lot. So wonderful. Can't wait for this to come out in December. So Spider-Man, brand new day, $1 billion at the box office in 4 days, making over $360 million domestic, beating out Avengers $350 million domestic. And it looks like Tom Holland reunited with his fake mom, Naomi Watts, was the voice of Peter's new AI assistant, Eve, in Brand New Day. They were a mother-son duo in the film The Impossible that was about the horrific Hurricane Katrina. That was based on true story events. So that is wonderful. Think about that. One of your big roles you get as a kid, starring this movie with Naomi Watts, who she was nominated for the movie for Best Actress in a Leading Role. And now, all these years later, she's still famous. You're getting famous. You have reunited together as a duo. That's wonderful. That's great. I remember last year when Jim Carrey reunited with his co-star from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And he said, after all these years, 20 plus years later, this is our first time reuniting. Everyone's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, they said we've never met each other after the movie. It's like, what?
What?
It's like, you've got him big. What? Like, she got big, Jen. She's a singer. Yeah, his co-star for The Grinch is a singer, actually. She's a pretty good one, actually. I mean, look how young Tom Holland is in that photo. Look at that.
Oh my
God.
God.
Look how young he was. He was pretty young. And now Naomi Watts is playing his AI assistant Eve. So, and she's a very good voice. I was like Naomi Watts. I recognized her voice right away. I was like, Naomi Watts. Holy shit.
Joker, you want to give your
So my opinion about Brand New Day. I loved it. Why did I love it? Felt very comic booky, like last year's Superman. We got that with great power comes great responsibility again. It felt like they knew where to put the action to keep your mind invested. Yes, the world's worst secret. We get it. Sadie thinks Jean Grey. She played a great Jean Grey, my friend. I loved her. Phoenix, we called her. It's like Phoenix, like, yeah, that's definitely Jean. I'm like, yeah, that's Jean Grey. We got Moody Spider-Man back. Moody, depressed Spider-Man, all alone in New York City. Wonderful. Keith David is in this movie, but he just plays the voice that you see in the trailer, so no big deal. It was nice to see the Hulk, Savage Hulk, again after all these years with Professor Hulk to Space Hulk, so it was nice to see him mean and green again. But what I like about this being comic book, it felt like the next step that Peter needed. You know, the wish is made, everybody forgot about you, and now you're just being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again. No Daily Bugle yet, but it was nice to see comic book reference to the cover arts for Spider-Man that they did recreate. Very excellent to see Scorpion again, but he's not in the film a ton, but I'm glad we still got Scorpion, but it felt like we were getting character progression. You got to see him be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man both on screen and off screen. It was nice to see how his powers were developing, evolving over the film. And it just felt like this felt like a phase 1 movie Marvel that they didn't dare do again. Yet they did do it. This felt like I was giving like vibes to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2, where in that one they kind of did take elements from with Maguire's Spider-Man 2 of Spider-Man No More. This felt like, now what are you gonna do, Peter? Your powers are developing, they're maturing, and yet you have no help with your neighbors, your co-workers, or even your friends. So part of this was trying to move on past the wish. Part of this was seeing the progression of the character, and they did it great. Frank Castle was in this. It was great to see the bickering between these two. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Yes, Tombstone's in this fucking movie. You get to see motherfucking Tombstone. I don't care if it's a fucking montage. It was awesome to see him.
Oh, that's cool. He got his flowers finally.
It was cool to see the action done. And to me, this was like to me, the ranking of the Spider-Man movie goes this: Spider-Man 2, 1, then Brand New Day for me, with the tie of Into the Spider-Verse as number 3. Yes, I'm putting up that high because it fucking deserves it. Yes, Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man. Of course he is. You want to know why? I grew up with Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's still number 1 for me.
Exactly.
And I think this film hits that generation gap. For those who were kids back when Civil War came out, and it's like, all right, like you heard the news, Sony gave Spider-Man vaguely back to Marvel. It's like, but we're there in that strict deal, so it's like, all right, who's ever getting Spider-Man, good luck. Andrew had his time. I still liked him enough. Let's see if you can get up the ground. When we saw him in that trailer, when we saw him in the movie, it's like, hey, there he is. He looks great. And then, he got his first movie, a good outing. Then the big team up with Infinity War and Endgame. Then Far From Home, and then No Way Home came out. These were great continuations. But yes, I like to say No Way Home for Tom was the best he got. But now, 4 felt like they finally hit the grand slam out of the park, and that damn baseball landed my fucking car window, and they broke it. So they did it. They hit the grand slam out of the park, and we got a four-way home run. So congratulations. So I loved it, and it felt like I was a kid again, because I remember watching that original Spider-Man movie with Toby in the movie theater, saying, "Mom, Spider-Man's to the movie theater. It's my favorite character. Come on, let's go see it." I remember seeing the movie theater. Loved it. And then when Spider-Man 2 came out, I was like, Mom, Dad, we got to go again. There's Spider-Man 2. Come on, we got to go. I loved it, man. I loved it. What a blessing, man. What a great movie. So Tom and his team, congratulations for making $1 billion at the box office. And congratulations for staying out of a lot of controversy, because even my own dad said it's impressive they'll still make Spider-Man at the Spider-Man movies, and they made a fucking $1 billion. I'm like, Dad, it's incredible. And I loved it.
Oh, also at my current job, we had like Spider-Man cups and everything, and
sold out
within 1 week, within opening weekend, not even a week. We had the upside down Spider-Man cup. We had him. We had him like shooting the web and everything, and then we had him doing the pose, and then
we had a metal tin. We had a metal tin popcorn holder with him on the building. On, like, literally on there. I'm like,
my buddy and I were laughing throughout the film. We had a blast. It's like, this is so good. In fact, I even saw reference to Maguire's Spider-Man, Tobey's Spider-Man, even some of the animation stuff. I was like, dude, like I see these references. I'm like, they weren't just references to be like, oh, here's a reference. I'm like, no, they're using the references correctly, and I loved it. Like, again, it made me feel like I was a kid again. And to Marvel, I say, when you hire your good writers and hire a good director, you make good movies like this again, please. And I'm gonna say this to Kevin Feige: enough of the team ups. Hey, folks, let me tell you something right now. Secret Wars is not Secret Wars. Nope. Secret Wars is actually Battle World. From what the leaks are coming out, what Secret Wars is going to be at the end of Doomsday, it's not Secret Wars. It's Battle World. They're doing Battle World. Anime Nights goes like, no, they're not. Oh, once you see Doomsday, and once you see the end credits or the post credits, I'm calling it now. Secret Wars is not Secret Wars. It's Battle World. So they're not even going to do Secret Wars. They're going to jump straight to Battle World and probably just blow up the universe and do a hard reset. Trust me. Especially if they want to do Miles. God, no. Please, no Miles. Keep it Tom. He's got a good role going. Do a couple more movies with him and then do Toby again. Do Andrew. Let them get their films. Granted, they've moved on and that's fine. But at the end of the day, here's the thing, folks. You want a good comic book movie? This is it right here. You waited long enough? Here it is. Support this movie. I mean, you already did. $1 billion at the box office. But just keep it going. And say to yourself deeply down, why am I going to an MCU movie? It's just for the fact that it's like, well, this is the next movie in the phase, so go see it, I guess. Or like Captain Marvel, and we're like, well, she's before Endgame, so let's go watch it. This is a good example of getting people back into the theaters again. So, good job. I love it. We're going to finish up here quickly, folks. We're almost running out of time here. So, speaking about Godzilla, -1 will hit the theaters in New York Film Festival next month for its world premiere. And this is also the longest running Godzilla film of being over 2 hours long, and was it 20 minutes, 15 minutes? So the second longest in the history of Godzilla. So, ooh. Again, I don't see King Ghidorah because the lightning's blue. I'm like, no, Ghidorah's lightning is gold, yellow. So I'm like, who are they fighting? But then you do see the other Godzilla pop up, so it's still in the -1 design. So is that the old guy regenerated and then it's like a new Godzilla fighting, or like how are we doing this? So, but I'm excited. I'm excited. And with this being successful in America last time, we know Toho's gonna be like, okay, give it the full 3 to 4 weeks again. Don't do the limited run. Do it the full week, 3 to 4 weeks, because that was a fun movie to watch. And I remember my buddy, again, I always keep bringing him up all the time. When I show him this movie, he's like, hey, did you know it was going to be in Japanese? I was like, but I love it. I'm excited. But who do you think they're fighting? Is it another Godzilla, or is it going to be like 1 or 2, whatever they're trying to do with this movie? Because I see the big guy, but who's he fighting? Because it's not Mothra, that's for sure. They didn't tease Mothra at all.
I don't know if it's gonna be Mothra or not, or somebody. They might introduce somebody new,
or maybe reintroduce somebody old, or again, this could just be like Godzilla 2, where he just comes back again. It's like, oh, just on steroids. I'm like, but We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, here's a. But it's a good one because we got a quick glimpse at the Street Fighter movie. And again, here are the dolls. There they are. There's M. Bison. There's a. I don't think that's Cammy yet. I think that's a different doll. But there's Julie. There she is, folks. There's Julie and M. Bison. From this angle alone, I love it. Because that's Bison right there. I'm like, it's looking down at you. But also, who do we got here? Oh, look at that. Yes. Slaughtered to the lambs. Okay, there's Ryu, obviously. But also, there's a quick cameo by somebody. Very quick. Oh, yeah, folks. That's I'm not bluffing. Because he does have a good relationship with Capcom. There is Maximilian himself for a quick cameo. I don't care, but cool. You got in a movie. Good for you. And it's only one line as a prisoner. So I'm like, good job. You made your one cameo worth it. Good job. I'm not going to complain about that. Good job. But he's not the only one. Because, let me tell you, this looks way better now. There he is, folks.
Blanca.
And he looks way better now. I do like this. He looks way better now. Because first it was like CGI mess, but this looks better. This does look better, in my opinion.
And,
the first
and it shows
they took the feedback. Go ahead.
They took the feedback and they're like, okay, we can make it better. And look at that, they did.
You look at Jason fighting. I'm like, yeah, Blanca would do that. That was a good shot of Blanca right there. Like, looks way better. Like, yes, that looks way better. So I am excited for this movie. I know, I wish it was this month or next month, but two months away, Capcom. So you better build up the hype. Which I actually gonna say, I was actually a little sad of Mortal Kombat 2, only because the hype was there, but then it kind of went away. That was WB's part of failing to market the movie properly. They did market it, but they didn't do a whole lot more up to that release. But I love what I see here, folks. I love it. So Brandon Harrison has confirmed for his comic book series or book series, Mistborn. He said the draft for the first script is completed. So meaning that the author is attached to write the story of his actual movie. So good, very good, because that's what you kind of want to see. Do I wish more authors were in charge of the projects? Absolutely, because it's not like the interview with the vampire person that's like, I'm so disappointed of the next movie that's coming out. But this looks promising. Check out Mistborn if you have a chance to, because I can't explain right here, and we are definitely running out of time right now. We're definitely feeling it, but hey, that's good job that this guy got the first draft done and be like, all right, here we go. Send to the higher ups, see what they like, and just keep it going. And hopefully we'll see more Mistborn in the future, because I like the cover art for the book. I like the cover art. Something with capes, buildings, knives, with the female protagonist, what it looks like from the heels. I love it. But Amazon's got something big for us. There is a new Warhammer 40K animated series in the works with Henry to produce, being directed by Blur Studios, the people behind Amazon's own Secret Level series. So that means, yes, Tim is back once again with the studio animating Warhammer. And I know I have yet to watch Secret Levels yet. I will get to it, but people said the Warhammer series for that short was fucking badass. So, hell fucking yes. And they're still making the live action show, so that's great. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for that. So wonderful. Takashi Miike's new film, Bad Lieutenant Tokyo, follows a disgraced Tokyo detective who joins an investigation involving ex-Yakuza, an FBI agent, and a missing daughter of a powerful American family. So I do like Takashi Miike's film. He's got some good action. He's a very funny director. Both can handle the serious tones correctly. So go ahead and go watch his filmography. He's a pretty good, interesting director. And he's also adapted, Part 4 Stone Ocean live action. He recently did for Netflix. He did the hold on. A second, what was the show again? What was the damn show again? I know it's on top of my head. Yeah, Onimusha. He did the CGI adaptation of Onimusha, which I felt like that was interesting that he was directing it. But he's also one of the samurai guys, because in Gyosa Yotai, they had a Takashi Miike mode where they would pull up the camera closer to you without the indicators of the counters. So when you did some certain moves and whatnot, it'll be more bloodier, muddier, and grittier. So I'm like, that was pretty cool to see in Gyosa Yotai. So check out the new film that's coming very soon to theaters. All right. I saved the best for the last on purpose.
Uh-oh.
Take it away, Anime Night.
Uh-oh.
Take it away.
Yes.
Take it away.
Yes.
Take it away.
Yes. Yeah.
What's up, dude? Take it away.
We finally got Odith Thayer and Kevin J. O'Connor are coming back in the new Mummy movie. Now, people are going to be like, but wait, Benny died in the first movie. Well, yes, to a degree, he did die in the first movie. And Ardith Bay is back, so I'm excited. Also, there's even bigger news. Arnold Vosloo is trying to get into this movie as well,
along with the original actor for Immortal, who did the voice actually. So the full cast confirmed right now is this: Fraser, Rachel, Jonah, Kevin J. O'Connor, O'Hare, and Michael Johnson to be confirmed. He was the actor from Obsession who played a wolf, so he's to be confirmed. But when you're bringing back everybody together like this, that's wonderful. And like Fraser said, they're like, hey, I would do another Mummy movie. I gotta make money. But also having that Oscar winner back is amazing.
Plus, he's actually getting in shape to do it.
Yes, he is.
And he showed up that photo of him in the original costume. He still looks good. He looks like he could go. And I'm like, yes.
You did see the way he lost in that submarine movie that he was in, because I did see him next to that veteran that he was next to, and he said, "Hey, I heard a lot about you." I was like, "Dude, he's getting there. He's getting in shape." I'm like, "That was great." And like we said, the queen herself is back. Rachel's back. So the ones we wanted back for number 3, but we don't talk about number 3.
No,
we don't talk about number 3. It could go. No offense to that other actress, but you can tell that her and Brandon, they did try their best, and it's like the chemistry wasn't quite there yet. It's like close,
and also, F in the chat for Jet Li's character. That was, oh my lord.
I mean, I thought that wasn't Jet Li, but like, okay, that's Jet Li. Okay, that's confirmed. But then you watch Mulan, you're like, multiple years later, you're like, wait, that's fucking Jet Li? Jet Li, what happened to you, brother? What happened?
All of a sudden it's like, damn. But I'm glad we're getting everybody back. We're getting everybody. I would love to see Arnold Vosloo. I wonder what they're gonna do with him. I hope we get like a cool cameo, something along those lines, and also who is gonna be the new evil to come.
I think
And
he is coming back, or is it? Or is it somebody
he,
else against?
Arnold. Oh, this is from Bullet Sounds from the beginning of the show at the top of the hour. And Arnold
Yes.
Vosloo in
Yeah,
talks.
he
Yep,
is.
he's in talks to reprise Imhotep. I wonder how they're gonna go about this. I wonder how they're gonna go about this, because you cannot do a mummy without everybody in that photo. You can.
Imhotep. And please, just let him say the language of the slaves. It's not that hard, because when he brought out because when he brought out that medallion, because also can we just say that this guy, can we just say that he had everything on him? Christ Almighty. Okay, he just took every single religious pen that he had until one finally worked, and then Imhotep's like, the language of the slaves.
Hey,
That was amazing attention to detail that he stopped. It's like, oh, that was incorrect, but who cares? That was a great attention to detail. So, whenever this movie comes out, I'll be there day one. Well, I wouldn't mind a cameo for The Rock if he just is like a random citizen that's helping them out. Like they land in Egypt. That would be funny to see The Rock and them get like, wait, sir, hello, you there? Hello. There's that. He does the comics.
Good Lord,
protect
and keep in mind, guys, this is from
I was
1999.
afraid of this, actually. I was afraid of this guy as a kid. It's like,
this was 1999, and yet they still can't get it right in this year.
He's flush.
Nope. He tries every pending.
يا إلهي سيبني أمي خافاني.
Nope, that doesn't work.
求求菩萨帮我，求求帮我。
Wat is dit net? I'm in Williams.
Language of the slaves. Intentional. Look, he just stops like language of the slaves. Wonderful.
Also,
So
can we also admire the fact that Benny's actor did all of those languages in one go?
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Like he
knew.
Like, okay, that was not made up. That was not made up language. Those are actual languages.
Wow, that's great.
I can't remember the one with the sword and that little.
I can't remember that one either, but
that one's. Say. But I think the other one that. Crap! I have to look this up.
I know he does Catholic. He does
Buddha. I think
Buddha. So somewhere, but it's not. But like I said at the other time, we'll quickly wrap up quickly as possible. I did see the Odyssey twice, actually. So did I like the film? Ask me, did I like the movie?
Did you like the movie? What did you like? What didn't you like? And
here's my positive. I have this on my Facebook page. I actually do. I really liked it. I give it an 8 out of 10. But I'm so mixed about it. The second viewing did help a little bit. So here's what I liked about it. The cinematography. Holy shit. That fucking movie was gorgeous on the new Keeley camera. Like almost every shot they did, whether it be these beautiful landscape shots or the fight in Troy that they do, or some of the water scenes. I was like, wow. I just kept going like, wow, holy shit, beautiful. I did like the grounded approach that Nolan tried to do. I feel like, yeah, the grounded stuff does work very nicely. There's some excellent production design, set decoration, wonderful. I actually did like the 3-hour runtime. Actually, it's 2 hours 15 minutes, but holy crap, it does go by at a pace that you are fine with. But then you might check the watch or phone a couple times, but by that time you're doing that, it's like you're either halfway through the film or getting closer to the final act of the film. I do think there are some great performances here by some people, like Hathaway, Pattinson. Yes, even you, Tom, was great in my opinion. I think Damon was great for me at the end both times because I think that's when the story finally clicked for me for Odysseus, and I go like, oh, so that's what he was trying to do. I'm like, okay, got it. But then what am I mixed about? Why am I feeling bad? Well, I'm going to tell you this. There's a ton of miscasted people here. A ton. Now, are some of the miscast good? Like I said, Damon, I feel, is miscasted. But he wins me over at the end. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, Cersei was fine for the most part, but could they choose somebody different? Like Charlize Theron's Calypso, I'm like, I think she's fine in the role, but I still have a hard time figuring out what Calypso was trying to do. So Zendaya was actually one of the better ones, actually. Yes, I'm the first one to say that. Zendaya was one of the better ones. Even he's going like, what? Yes, Zendaya was good actually in this role. I was like, okay, I liked her as Athena.
I'm side-eyeing you on this one.
No, I'm not bullshitting you. She was good.
I'm listening.
Because she doesn't do the whole quite as often anymore. Like, there's an actual performance here that I actually did like. And like I said, when I finally understood what Nolan was doing with Odysseus, and there's a scene in this movie where he's kind of reaching out to Athena, I'm like, okay, that hit me a bit. That was a good performance. I thought, like, I'll name like two other ones. Like, John Berthal was pretty good in the role he was got, and can't believe I'm saying this, Ellen Elliott Page as Sinon has one of the better acting scenes. Yes, I said that. Ellen Elliott Page had a good scene in this movie. I was like, what? I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but there was a scene with him in it that I said, holy crap, this is your best acting you've done in years. And I was like, holy shit, this is a good scene. No, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not saying they were great as a character of Sion, but I am saying this. They had a good scene. I was like, damn, Christopher Nolan pulling out performances out of these people. Holy shit. But there are a lot of people are miscasted. Like, let Pete the Young know, I love the girl to death. In one role, she's fine. The other one, not so much. There's a lot of stuff missing from the Odyssey. Again, this is a 24-book poem. 24 books. And they're reducing it down to 3 hours. Most because IMAX films can go only up to 3 hours for a theater. So we're not going to get the full thing, sadly. So there's going to be a lot of stuff missing from the joke for the Cyclops. Why Amadeus killed his own daughter for the reason. You do get the reasoning, but you don't know why he was punished to do it. You don't understand the full thing with Calypso or Cersei. Hell, there's stuff for Cersei in the books that apparently Odysseus spends a full year with her and has a kid. I'm like, that would have been cool to know, but we kind of skip over that. The reason why the cannibalism attacks them, or what happens to some of the crew members from the cannibals attack. The Sea Serpent one could have been better. Yes, it's weird to see the rapper do the star of the film, but in that mixed thing with the rapper just doing that a man, a war, because that's how the poem starts. I'm like, he actually was convincing, actually. The armor, I'm sorry, some of these armors suck, because when you look at some of them, they look too fake. Like, this is the best choice for armor you got here. Some of them do look a little better from a distance, like some of the giants from the distance look a little bit better. Like the general they were fighting for looks really great. The battle for Troy was excellent, in my opinion. That was really cool how you see the invasion start. Pretty cool, actually. The music I always thought was great, but the reason why I'm so mixed, the mythology. Do you see Zeus and Poseidon in the rest of the film? Not necessarily, because it's a more grounded approach. This is where I said the second viewing helped. You actually hear them, like the thunder and lightning Zeus, where you feel the rage of people breaking Zeus's laws, or in case of the fury of Zeus on the ocean, or the rage of Poseidon with his waves and wind. So I'm like, so they're in there, just think the more as like nature of the gods take control of nature against these soldiers, or what happened to Troy. So they're in there. Again, it's a 3-hour runtime movie. They're not going to cover everything. Am I glad I saw it twice? Absolutely. Am I still mixed about it? Oh, hell yeah. I will be mixed with this movie forever. Is it the worst movie ever made? No. I know the translator came out and she said that I would be embarrassed of this movie, but the movie made over $1 billion. So you can't be too mad. At the same time, I still respect Nolan and his decision-making skills. Do I wish there was an all-Greek cast? Hello, Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out in 2018, 8 years ago, and they had an all-Greek cast. You're telling me Ubisoft did something, the one thing Nolan and his casting director couldn't do? Wow, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I defended Ubisoft. Holy shit! They had an all-Greek.
What is this episode of Knightcast, ladies and gentlemen? We've broken so many.
Ubisoft had an all-Greek cast in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, yet Nolan couldn't. What? But then again, some of those mixed characters they had some good performances. But I will tell you the one sequence I love the most. And why I kept saying I love this. It's the Hades sequence. Holy shit, those blues, the colors, the vibe was excellent. This is the one time I said that ground approach works so well. And then when you get to hell in Hades, I was like, my God, this camera, the acting, the directing, the performances, this is where it hit for me. I was like, this is excellent. I'm like, oh, could I get more scenes like this? But the Cyclops scene was different, though. They didn't do the damn joke, but he made it more tense. He made it more suspenseful. And that's where I say the grounded approach is my mixed feeling. Nolan's great at the grounded stuff, like Mementos, Insomnia, Tenet, Oppenheimer, his Batman trilogy. Those are great to look at. But then you do some of the other stuff, it's like, okay, Interstellar is still great. I still love it, but may not be for everybody. And this is where I think that Odyssey is going to be his weird double-edged sword, because he wants to have it both ways, but can't quite. And yet, it's only a 3-hour movie that can only go up 3 hours for IMAX. Where, at the end of the day, I still walked away happy. I'm glad I saw it twice on my mega screen. Holy crap, I thought I was never going to get it. But at the end of the day, this is the version of the Odyssey I like. You might have ones that you like. That I will say, I will go check those out and do a comparison. Maybe one day we'll get the full 24 books adapted into a HBO Max 24 episode limited series. 3 hours a piece per episode. Maybe one day. But I just don't think we'll get there quite yet. Because I do think it is an impossible task to do. Homer's Odyssey, the justice it deserves. But for now, I like the Odyssey. I'll still give it an 8 out of 10, but a good mix 8 out of 10. Because there's stuff I love about it, stuff I go, I can deal with this, it's fine. Stuff where I go, really? Did we really have to do this? But I liked it enough. I liked it enough. It was a good, epic experience that I saw.
Very, very honest reviewing from Joker himself. Questionable here and there, but it's his own opinion, ladies and gentlemen. He went to go see. He did the Lord's work and went to go see the movie twice, just to get a, just to give us here on Knightcast
nearly 5.5 hours, close to 6 hours of a film that I saw. Holy shit!
I bet you were tired on the way home.
The first time I was not tired. I just had to go to the bathroom at the end because I'm like, this is a long movie. I need a lot of soda for this. Second time I saw it, I took a couple more bathroom breaks, but it's like we were getting late. It was like getting close to 10 o'clock because ours started like at 6:50. So it's like, and that's when my buddy checked, like we're at the halfway mark, so we're getting there. So like, and he's like, is the other guy coming? I'm like, he's not coming because I know what the other guy likes. So I took my other friend to this. He would say, this movie's boring. I'm like, I know, but there's some action here for you to like, but he doesn't like the boring stuff. So so one's for this friend, the other one's not for the other guy. So but hey, that's it for our long Friday night 3-hour Knightcast. We want to thank everybody for joining us on the special Knightcast. Everybody, Neri, thank you for coming in for the last several minutes. California, Nexus, thank you for stopping by. Lady V, Sailor Outlaw George, I told you I was hunting. I told you I was out for the hunt. Stop stealing my hunts. And of course, Bullet Signs, thank you for always stopping by, brother.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll see you guys back next Wednesday and Thursday for both a proper Knightcast and continue our series of Witch. And for some of you, tune in this Sunday for the returns of Knights of the Anime Table that everybody misses doing.
Yes, we are. Me and Rosetta has her PC fixed. I'm
one more thing. I got the Holy Grail for Xbox. Lost.
You're gonna like the llamas with that one. What's up?
I will set up my Xbox One and get this bad boy downloaded one of these days and start playing it. So.
Also, it is confirmed Sam Neill did get his scenes in before he passed. So he got his scenes in. So we're gonna see him one final time.
We're gonna
unless of course they pull that bullshit like they did with Kevin Conroy, but I doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. But yes, Legend of Zelda fans, we are eating good than ever before. Go out and see this movie next year. Show up in full force, because you know what? Fresh new faces, no A-list actors, and actual lookalikes of the character. Yes. But we're going to be out of here. Stay tuned, everybody. Tomorrow night is Gemporium. I'm back again with the gem hunting because the new DLC came out, Amber's Amulets, and it features a new mechanic called panning, but I'll save that for tomorrow. Sunday, Knights of the Anime Table returns. Wednesday, we are back to our normal day. This was just a rare Friday to catch up with everybody and everything. We had a very good 3-hour segment. 3 hours actually. But it was worth it though. It was worth the copyright claims and everything. It's all worth it. But we'll see you guys later. Support the channel and support Joker's channel. Check out his streams, and everybody in chat, check out their channels. Let's spread the hype around and help everybody. We're out of here, guys.